And
I really hope that picked up.
I'm here for you.
I fight for my friends, Brett.
I fight for the Otaku Podcast. YouTube.com, Anchor.fm, and now available on Radio Public and Breaker. So here today for episode 15, E3 blowout with our good game sage, Goggle Candy.
I'm a sage?
You're the game sage.
That's a whole different class. I'm not sure if I'm ready to spec that.
Have you not leveled up enough?
No, dude, I went dagger class, all right? Sages are like bow staffs, okay? This is an entirely different... I am not geared.
He's back, and better than ever. He's got a new trick. It's Leon Kisuke.
Was I actually anybody's favorite? Was that... Did somebody say that?
Yes.
Aw.
I'll try to keep the long introductions short this time because we have so much to talk about. There's this table and all the fucks we give. It's packed. Like, we did the grocery shopping for a month. We got a bonus. There's so much food on this table. Someone needs to help us eat it. And that's you, the listener. Help us digest all of this food by listening to what we have to say.
Mark got a shout out.
Yes. Yes, it did. I was like... I like to think that I started something. I was just like, I did that. I didn't really do it, but I did that.
Did what?
Oh, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that showcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laughing at Walmart happened, and it made me very happy.
Oh. Right. I know what you're talking about.
And the last episode, we ended with Nintendo. And I think this time it'd only be fair we start with it. Let's just... the formalities are done. Let's just get right to the talking. So I took a lot of notes here for Nintendo, and most of it was Smash Brothers. So I got to get to some of this other stuff. The very first thing they opened with was a game called Daemon X Machina, I think.
I get the joke.
Yeah, I got the joke. But see, the thing is, the joke flashed on my screen very briefly before they cut to something else. It must have been a hiccup because in my copy of this stream, it just went away. It abruptly ended. I was like, Daemon X what? Daemon X what? What the... Like, it just decided it was going to move on to the next game. And I'm like, no, I need to know what that game was. Did
That's
that
all
happen
you
for
need,
you guys? Man. It was just for me?
Yes.
Oh, what
yes,
the hell? All right, so I got to go back and catch that. But it did look really good. At first, I thought it was another Gundam game.
I thought it was an Armored Core game at first, and I thought that was going to be super interesting. But,
I was hoping for Xenogears.
Xenogears would have been nice.
Did they have mechs like that in Xenogears? Is that how that game played? I've never played it.
Yeah, actually, I think Xenogears is the only one that actually really had mechs.
Xenoblade X let you do it.
I guess Xenosaga kind of did.
Yeah, you could play with mechs in Xenosaga. I forget which episode, but you could. I think it was 2.
Do we know if that game is being made by Monolith Soft?
No.
Was it? Actually, I don't know.
It might have been. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. It's been a while.
Following it was everyone's favorite JRPG.
Oh, I'm so into Xenoblade 2 right now.
Yeah, you're into the sword waifu simulator?
Hey, some of them are gun waifus.
Yeah.
Some of them are guns. All right.
My favorite waifu has books for hands. So.
Oh, I have that waifu.
She's a good waifu. She's happy to be there.
She is.
But all I remember is that being announced last E3, and people were like, "Oh, here we go again." I was like, "Yeah."
You're probably just gonna laugh at me when I say it, but for me, it's less about the waifu and more about the late game gameplay.
No, that makes sense. Like, it's an RPG. That's what that's what it's there for.
That game plays so well when you're in post game. Like, it's so addicting. It's almost like Kingdom Hearts 2 levels of action, and I can't put it down. It's
That's
so
because
good.
you keep wanting to pull all the waifus.
I did. I pulled every waifu. I'm
still behind. I'm still behind on waifus.
You can get them, Kirk.
I'm trying.
If anyone can, it's you.
If this trailer was anything to go by, the DLC's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, the DLC. That's all prequel.
So that was actually leaked some time ago. This DLC.
I have a question.
You have a question? I have an answer.
Does this game actually tie in? Like, does what is this? Xenoverse? What is this one?
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, right? Xenoblade. Does that actually tie in with the Xenosaga games?
Well, right now it's got Cosmos and Tielos in it as like, hey, look, cameos. But,
yeah, I was gonna say, is that actually like official, or is that just fan service stuff?
There's a challenge mode and some other DLC modes coming, and this thing called the Arena, and they have more Xenosaga content coming out with this.
Okay, I know I can put it simply for like if you're familiar with the Tales of games.
Yep.
The canonicity of the Xenosaga to Xenoblade is the canonicity of all the Tales of games.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. So okay, gotcha.
Yeah, really not.
But
really not.
It's different with Xenoblade though, because they did confirm that Xenoblade 1 and 2 are happening at the same time. And Kirk, you will see more of that when you get to the end of the game.
Okay.
So if you love Xenoblade 1 like I did, and you're really feeling it, then you owe it to yourself to keep playing to the end. And if you listen, there's a nice Easter egg in the final cutscene, and you're just like, oh,
why
everything makes sense.
No, we're on 2. It's not feeling it. It's don't forget me.
Why not? That. Well, I'm just gonna say Xenoblade 1 did it better. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, but we should probably move on because
we probably should.
One thing I wanted to say before we left Xenoblade is, Kirk, you would know this. Have you looked in the expansion pass menu at all when you were playing the game?
Yeah.
Did you notice that the symbol that was sitting right in front of our faces was Torna the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, because a lot of people I had talked to were just like, "Oh, it was."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yep, there it is,
right there."
We're not getting taken for a ride, I promise. Mew, the Pokemon, number 151, is being bundled with every Pokeball Plus that you purchase for your copy of Let's Go Pikachu and or Eevee.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
That's
that's cute.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really break the game anything, and collectors are going to want Mew somehow, so
you might as well just package it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I've had my fill of the game, I'm going to take the Pokeball and I'm going to make sure that Mew's back in there, and I'm just going to go into the parking lot and I'm going to put that Pokeball under somebody's truck and see what happens.
Just going to give somebody a Mew? That's very generous.
Like, there we go. It all comes full circle. You're welcome, kiddies.
Under a truck.
They were playing that on Nintendo Treehouse earlier today, and
yeah, I caught a glimpse of it.
It does look like the original Pokemon. I was impressed on, it wasn't a complete hack job, but I was also concerned in the fact that adding a second player just completely breaks the game. There's no difficulty.
Oh, that game doesn't really strike me as one that would have difficulty anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did say last episode it was for the chillins, but I'm just
exactly.
Come on.
No, man, you're gonna get yours. You're gonna get yours next year.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the proper Switch title for Pokemon for all the people who are just giant children. It's coming.
I have a specific need. Okay.
I hear you. I get it.
What else did we get? Super Mario Party was a megaton because there's no more fucking vehicle.
Oh, you mean we're all not hugging and getting along?
We're not getting along anymore. We're doing it how we used to do it back in the 90s. Capiche? We threw those bombs in each other's faces and we stole stars, all right? We got in the way. We had that item. We roll 3 dice. We grabbed that star, all right?
And then we went to the boo on the second to last turn and stole everything from you.
Yeah, there we go. I'm loving it. But I was surprised to see the mini game that needed 2 switches to play though.
Yes,
that was interesting.
That was cool.
That was super interesting.
Because she swipes it to as if to lock it in place. Like, this is how it's arranged.
But I was also thinking more along the lines of, so does this mean I need a friend with another copy of the game, or is this like a download, play, share thing like Mario Kart DS? What are we doing with this?
A lot of people, I think, right now are speculating that you need you can only obviously play it in like the tablet mode. Like, you wouldn't be able to do that on your big screen. So I think it's like a quick play party thing. You and your other hipster friends go down to Starbucks and just whip out your Switches and you just play around real quick.
Whip them out.
Exactly.
No, see if
That's what we're doing these days.
if that was happening at a Starbucks though, that's not the type of people that would. Okay, so the people that are at Starbucks whip out their Vitas. Okay.
Yeah. That's not what that looked like, man.
I'm thinking more.
That was a very nondescript coffee shop that kind of looked like a Starbucks to me, but
the mom
whatever.
and pop coffee shops do the Mario Party Switch thing with Starbucks. You don't bring a Switch in there. You get funny
Okay.
looks, and the baristas will be like, "You get black."
But that's what that looked like to me anyway. Like it just
Yeah,
it
no,
looked
you're not
like
wrong.
a super like casual, like we're hanging out for 5 minutes, let's play some weird tank ball. You know?
Paul.
Tank ball, just like Mom used to play.
Just like
Exactly.
Mario used to play.
I don't remember the name of that mini game, man, but that was an old one. I think that was in Mario Party 3, if I remember. I don't know. It's been a while.
You could say it was an oldie but a goodie.
Exactly.
So next up on the list we have Fire Emblem Three Houses, and the
Fire
first
Emblem.
thing I thought of when I saw that title was they're going down the Fates route again. There's probably going to be multiple versions of this game. You can buy one over the other, and that's kind of irritating. But if that happens, it's irritating. But the dynamic real-time army formations and attacks look really cool.
That did look neat.
I was like, damn, that's a good mix-up, because the team up and the tag working, the tag mechanic or whatever was cool in the other games.
Yeah.
But like they're just like, what if we take that and we just so,
You mean control copy, control paste?
there you go, that let's do
Okay.
that a lot. Throw them out there. My only
Friggin-
complaint when it comes to that
friggin'
game was that it
Mac
needed
users,
more
man.
Marth.
Is
Just
that
gonna
what
say
the
that.
actual title is? Is that confirmed? Is Fire
Yeah.
Emblem Three Houses?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. What happened to all the inventive titles they had?
Well, so they made a character named Marth. And
That was in
it.
the original one. Like, that's the only one, man.
That was it. All the creativity right there. It's just like, where do we
That's the
go
only
from here?
one.
We've peaked. Marth.
We've peaked. I mean, it looks good. If I were, jonesing for a quick tactical game, that would probably be the one to get.
if I were chosen, I need my fix.
Exactly.
I need my strategy-based world building no Marth game right now.
He fights for his friends, okay? Don't
Yes.
crap on him.
Beefy Marth does fight for his friends,
He
so
fights for
I'll
his
take
friends.
that.
He lives for his friends.
I'm taking this opportunity to say, hey, look, it's Fortnite.
Yep. To no one's surprise.
I was actually kind of surprised that Battle Royale mode was in there. I was really expecting a dumbed down version of the game, but
Oh, no way, man. That's it. That's the system pusher right there. Like, for all those people out there who are just like, I need Fortnite everywhere I go. Well, there you go.
I mean, the Switch just by itself can make people play games they wouldn't otherwise. Like,
Yep.
I have zero interest in Fortnite. Just period. Total.
but now that you can take it with you,
Hold on. I was going somewhere else. But I said the same thing about like Stardew. Like, I enjoy like those sorts of games. I've played those sorts of games before, but I had no drive to play Stardew. And then I got it as a gift on my Switch, and I played the hell out of it. So just depending on where it's at, sometimes you'll play it for the first time for no other reason than it's on the Switch now, which is new to me because I've had multiple consoles before, and that's like never really happened before.
and like a further example of that is, I don't know if you guys follow sports at all, but very recently our Boston Red Sox have been having a lot of problems with Fortnite because they just seem to want to stay in the locker rooms and play it.
Yeah.
So
I've heard about that. Yeah.
yeah, they've been told they got to lean off the Fortnite, so they took it out of the locker rooms. No more Xbox for you, kiddies. But now
Oh
that
my
it's on
god,
the Switch,
that's amazing.
They can bring their own personal shit to the lockers.
yeah, listening to Felger and Maz on 98.5 The Sports Hub just sit there and complain about he's playing video games. Like, it was very funny to me.
Wait, no, do that noise again. It's very tool time of you.
Our David Price had to go to the doctor because he got carpal tunnel syndrome from playing too much Fortnite. Like, it was actually a thing. Like, and then they took the Xbox out of the locker room. So now that you can get Fortnite on your Switch, they're just going to sell the Xbox. And next thing you know, they're all going to be playing Fortnite when they're sitting down there in the dugout. And I'm going to laugh my ass off listening to all these sportscasters be like, what is he doing down there? Oh, instead of practicing his pitches, he's playing Fortnite? It's just, I love it.
You make it sound like they're eating popcorn while they say that. They're eating, Fortnite?
Oh, Fortnite? How's he doing at Fortnite? What is it? Oh, he's 14th right now. He might actually bring this one home. Like, it's really funny to me.
As it should be.
Yes. Any more on Fortnite?
Nope.
I know that tangentially going off of the sports thing, college campuses have been having massive internet issues because everybody's playing Fortnite, and this is only going to make it worse.
Yes. Well, remember when we were in high school, we kept putting like Cave Story and stuff on the computer servers? You think that's what they're doing now? They're just
probably installing Fortnite everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's just like, why are we using so much internet? It's that darn Fortnite. Robot House.
Now it's going to be even worse because people can just bring the Switch everywhere they go, just siphon the Wi-Fi everywhere.
Could that be a double-edged sword, though? Now that Fortnite is in everybody's hands, do you think it's going to like lose its luster faster?
No. If anything, this is only going to hype it up even more, and it's going to stick around for a while.
Well, eat it, PUBG, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next
I did think that during the Microsoft thing. Because they showed PUBG, I was like, "Oh, that's too bad."
Look at him trying.
We'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Next on my list, I wanna look Mr. Goggle Candy deep in the eyes, real close. Just take a deep breath and tell him the leak was real.
Oh, fuck that leak.
Overcooked 2, Killer Queen Black, and Dragon Ball Fighters, baby.
I mean, I love me some Dragon Ball Fighters, but just I don't get it.
What's not to get?
Like, here's the thing. When you want to re-release something on a new system, or you want to release something on a system, you do it either when everything else is released, or you do it when you have like a definitive edition. You go like, here's all the extras, here's all the DLC. They're doing like in the middle, like awkward teenage years. Like, what, guys? Time this a bit.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, I think it was just because, like I had said last time, they were just testing to see if there was an install base there. Like they didn't want to just throw it out and be like, oh, no one's playing this game. So now that they knew for a fact that Xenoverse 2 was played a lot and people were begging for that port. Maybe because they held it off, they're just like, let's see if people start asking for a Switch version. You know what I mean? And people did. It was very vocal that people wanted that game on the go because it was more than it was very obvious that the Switch can handle it. So they're like, all right, yeah, you got it, because we love you. And yeah, there we go. Now I can finally see what the fuss is about. I haven't been able to play that game at all. I had a chance at PAX and I didn't because Smash Brothers was there. So
you missed out, man.
Well, not for much longer.
Fighters is a great time.
It is super fun.
All they need to do now to keep my interest is add a Hercule, and I'm sold.
Well, one day maybe.
Give me that jetpack wearing, missile shooting.
But it's got Android 18, dude. That's all you need.
But 16 in the dunk.
I was gonna say, yeah, your numbers are wrong. 16, sir.
Yeah.
16 is broken and everybody knows it.
Dunk them like Kobe.
18 is where the fun's at.
16 knows where the parameters are, okay? And they are acceptable.
Parameters acceptable. Destroys Goku. I love it. I gotta go watch some of those videos. That's some of the best time I've had with that game. Not even playing it, just watching Lythero play as 16. Didn't they nerf him?
Yeah, they did. They nerfed him.
Oh, hype deflated. Parameters unacceptable. Speaking of parameters that are unacceptable, they're waiting to release The World Ends With You until the fall, and I'm very irritated.
There are a lot of games that came up on that like highlight reel real quick, and they were very what's the word?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, the timing, the windows was it was all off.
was very sad. But I mean, maybe I'll get it for my birthday. I wanted it in my hands right now. I'm like, please just say, oh, Twooey out today. And I'm like, whoa! Like, that's all I wanted. Not really, but oh well, I can dream. Speaking of dreams, though, Hollow Knight's coming out, and it's got a physical release. That's pretty big.
I like physical releases.
Yeah, I'm really irritated that all the games that I bought digitally, like Owl Boy, came and were just like, yeah, we're getting a physical release for this game. And I'm like, but I already bought it. I didn't think you were going to do that. What's your problem, man? Stop.
What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, seriously. I hate digital releases. And I'm always like, I can't wait to play this game. And it's out like tomorrow. But what if they put it in a physical cart? Like, they'll have to wait more. But then I'll have it. But I could have it right now. Like, I hate that. I hate that entire scenario in my head. And it's happening too much, damn it. Like, if you're gonna release the game, do it both at the same time. Because I can't buy your game twice. I will, but I don't wanna.
I was gonna say you could buy the game twice.
But I don't wanna.
But you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
It's not fair, man. I'm gonna do it though. And then the last on my list for Nintendo is Smash Potato Samurai coming back and saying, "Hey, Smash Bros."
Smash Brothers, man, that was good. Everybody ever was like, it's gonna be a new game. It's gonna be a new game. It wasn't. It's basically just an upgraded port, which is good.
Well,
I'm all for it.
We're seeing a lot of the old stuff. Like they've peppering in some new stuff. And I bet you they've got a lot more in the works that they just don't want to show us.
There's a lot of new stuff in that. Like, they changed a good chunk of how the mechanics work.
Yeah, the things they changed the most were definitely the characters and the system, the engine itself. And I was like, hot damn, this looks amazing.
They got rid of the Landmaster. Rip Landmaster.
Retired.
You know what they did? You know what they actually did? Here's a better explanation of what they did. They say they found their old cosplay in the back of their closet, and they used that as a base, and they built something entirely new around it.
That's a good way of looking at it.
It was both new and wasn't new at the same time.
That is exactly what I'm doing right now with my King Dedede costume. How did you know?
Well,
because you're a one-trick pony.
Oh shit! Shots fired.
Hey, now you have to learn how to final smash in that, though.
Oh, that DDD final smash.
Yeah, what's up with the rocket hammer? That shit was dope.
That got me hard.
Isn't it the newest installment?
Huh?
Isn't that from the newest installment?
That goes back to Kirby Superstar?
Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, that's that specifically, the missiles and the hammer and the cage.
Yeah, the Mass DDD is a fairly old version of the character, and I thought honestly that they were going to do that a long time ago when they showed us that his hammer has a giant mechanical jet inside. So I was like, oh, does that mean we're going to get that? And we didn't. But now that it's here, though,
you got it now.
Yeah, I'm ready. Literally 80% of my list for Nintendo is just things that I noticed that they had changed about this game. I could go down this whole list and we could be here for a while just talking about things that they could do, things that they have done that we thought were great. Just there's a lot. But the things that stood out for me the most, Echo Fighters.
That was a cute way of saying we know about clones.
But
we're sorry.
I was curious to see why Dr. Mario and Roy didn't have that Echo Fighter Epsilon symbol, because they even sat there twice in the direct and said
neither did Ganondorf, and honestly, I think that's partially because they both came out in separate games.
Well, Ganondorf is justified now though, because he's got all that sweet new stuff going on with his smash attacks and stuff.
Yeah, he's his own character now.
Yeah, but I was saying Falcon came out in the first one, the game in the second. Mario came out in the first one, Dr. Mario came out in the second. So I think they're just looking at the ones that came out in the same games.
Yeah, maybe. That's a possibility.
That's the most I can come up with.
Well, yeah, because you could say that with Roy too. But I just don't feel like Dr. Mario and Roy are different enough from the source material where they aren't called Echo Fighters. I don't know, it's weird.
Well, who knows? Maybe they changed their moveset more substantially.
Oh yeah, that's possible. We didn't see them today, did we?
Not really. They showed like little snippets of them when they were like, and here's all the characters that have appeared, and we'll put a number next to their names so you know when they appeared. And it was like, cool. It showed that, but it didn't really show any gameplay from them. So who's
Yeah.
to say?
I didn't see them on the Twitch stream or the Treehouse stream either. So yeah, it's possible that they have more changed to them that we don't know. That's neat.
You know who has no changes at all was Daisy, and I'm glad she's in there.
Are you really?
Yes, I am actually. I prefer Daisy over Peach. Fight me.
She's Daisy.
You are the third person, like actually the third person, the third individual that I've talked to who actually is happy that she's there. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Fight me. Fight me in the streets.
Because we all know that roster slots are shit and not real. But I was just like, I don't know what to say here. and then they showed me the Bomberman assist, and I was like, oh.
I had so many mixed feelings about that.
Well, the Snake's back, and I wanted Snake back, and I was just like, does Konami really get 2 reps for their behavior? So, like, no.
Hey, don't shame them for what their parents do.
Yeah, exactly. Snake isn't Konami. Snake is Snake, man.
So, I was having this conversation with Wiggly Owl too yesterday. Also, hi Wiggly Owl. If you're listening to this, I'm sorry you couldn't join us today, but I can't wait to have you back on. Feel better, please. I was talking to her about Snake, and we got into this argument how she doesn't want to see Snake back because Hideo Kojima and Konami's falling out, which means Snake is left over there, and he's not Kojima's anymore, and it leaves a bitter taste in her mouth. I'm like, don't blame Snake. It's not his fault. He was just caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
I want him to come back.
He's the kid. He gets 2 Christmases and 2 birthdays now because the parents split up in the divorce.
It's a good way to look at it.
It's not his fault.
What else did I had here? Fucking Sukapon as an assist drove me nuts because hey Sakurai, all your characters are here now. How do you feel? You did
He's
it.
probably real glad. Can I just say I liked all the memes that popped up immediately after everything?
Yep. That Ridley stuff. Whew.
Yeah, with Ridley.
He looks
Sorry, he
fun.
killed the roster.
Even in the trailer, what did they say? He hit the big time.
Yeah, Ridley hits the big time, and that shit was
so
funny.
Good. Another heavy hitter. All the stages have Battlefield and Omega forms, like every one of them.
Didn't they already have that though?
No,
Or
they
am I
all
crazy?
had Omega forms, I believe.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought it already had all that though.
And didn't they say that all the stages are 8-player compatible now too?
Yeah, I think they said that. Yeah.
So that's a megaton.
There was that one stage they showed from Breath of the Wild, right? And that
Yeah.
they had 8 people on that. That stage is so small for 8 people. That was utter chaos.
I know. I can't wait. I love Utter Chaos. That's Smash Brothers for me. Like watching them play 4 players during the Invitational on that stage was a treat. So I'm like, I can't even imagine how we're gonna sit here and try to play that with 8 people. GameCube controllers were compatible. It's coming here for Christmas, so that's fucking great.
All good news, and yet another reason for me to finally sack up and buy a Switch.
People who wanted Takamaru and Crystal got shot down because we saw them as assist trophies, so sadly they'll be joining Knuckles in the You Don't Get to Play section again.
Yeah, I was really kind of hoping they'd throw Isaac from Golden Sun a bone, but no luck, man.
Well, we didn't see him yet. I didn't see an assist trophy for him, so there's a chance.
There's a chance, but
they did say they were like over 50 assists, and you can kill them this time, and you get a point for it, which is neat.
that is kind of neat. Although I'd feel bad for killing Lynn.
Well, if she's on the screen long enough, good luck.
She is real fast, there's no doubt.
She's just like, she sits there for a second, and you're like, aha, I got you now. And she goes, nope, Matakani Mayhem, and then you're dead. Good.
Hi, bye.
The thing that I took away that I like the most, though, is the fact that there's a map that gets added to the top of the screen that shows you where the blast line is and how far you are from it.
I did see that, and that looked cool. That was good to know, finally,
So now we don't have to sit there and like clench our butts and hope for the best.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I might make it, and then you don't.
And then did you guys see what happens during sudden death?
No.
No.
No? Oh, Sudden Death looks great. It's essentially what they do with the Squid Sisters, except the screen gets closer and closer, and it brings the blast line closer to you instead of using bombs. But the sides of the screen are engulfed with fire. So if you get too far into the fire, you keep taking chip damage and stun damage, and you can't move unless somebody hits you, and then you're just dead. And I was like, that's really cool.
They don't rain bombs down anymore, huh?
No, they're like they really make you feel like tense. You're like, this is it. You better have a game plan, or else this is you're done. No victory pose for you.
I kind of liked the bomb rain though, because it was so random. You never knew when you were about to get like just destroyed by Lady Luck.
Maybe it's a toggle. Like maybe you can do that again.
That would be nice. But the shrinking stage sounds fun too. Just a different kind of fun.
Yeah, a different kind of fun. Those final smashes don't waste any time.
Yeah, it's like most everybody's got a new one. So maybe they won't suck so bad anymore.
He's so faced.
No hope. I got the ball.
I like Giga Bowser. He just punches everybody. That looked great. Like you just get a big old turtle fist and it's game over, man.
You get to laugh.
Game over, man.
But that's all I had. There's more, but I'm just omitting it unless you guys had anything to add to Smash.
Other than I'm looking forward to it, not really. I'm going to be real happy to play as Snake again. It's been a long time coming.
I'm waiting for them to throw out like the few little bones their next couple directs before it comes out.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what else they unveil before December.
So unless you guys have anything else to add to Nintendo, we can move on to our folks in blue.
No, I don't really have anything else to add other than it was a good direct.
Yeah, it was a good showing from Nintendo. I always love seeing Reggie up there.
I mean, yeah.
He looks
Reggie's a good dude. Just don't bust in his room again.
yeah, don't chase him down.
You were saying earlier that if we were going to go to any E3, this would have been the one.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, no. If I had gone, I would have made it an effort to try to chase him down again and say thank you. Oh, hey, it's you again. Yeah, it's me again. I just wanted to say thanks. I love what you guys are doing. Okay, bye. Don't hurt me.
You're welcome.
He could probably suplex me if he wanted to.
He probably could.
Dude's a Titan. Oh.
I wouldn't put it past him.
All right, Titans. Segue into Sony. Sony, I was concerned because there was a lot of music going on, and I was watching this with Wiggly Owl at the time, and she's like, Sony, the press conference, the musical. And I'm like, please don't say that. Please don't, because we were greeted with Last of Banjos 2. And I was like,
I have some serious problems with how Sony conducted their stream. It was so painful to watch.
It was very cringy.
The banjo, fine. The guy playing that flute for Ghosts of Tsushima or whatever, fine.
Sushimi.
Sushimi. Cool, good. I'm glad that he's as talented as he is to play that instrument because it looked like he was a pain in the ass. That's all well and good. But Sony, for the love of God, pull your head out of your ass, please.
It was like, I get that they were trying new things, but it did feel very first time here-y. And when I was talking to Wiggly Owl about it, I was just like, you know what? I'm getting a lot of old PC game show vibes from this, and I don't like it.
It's like the whole the first announcement, right? The Last of Us 2, which I'm looking forward to. Probably not as much as a lot of other people are there out in the world, because like the first one was great. I loved it.
I want to play it so bad.
But to have everybody inside a tent themed to the setting in the trailer, cool, good idea.
Yeah.
The fact that they stopped everything to be like, all right, guys, move out. We gotta get you to the regular, like where we're holding the rest of this.
Ugh.
And they just had those guys at the table, right? Like a newscast, just sitting there and talking for like what felt like forever as they waited for everybody to transition was the worst thing to do. It killed all the pacing.
It seriously did. And it almost kind of felt like from the people who were sitting at that desk, they almost didn't know that it was happening. Like it felt like they didn't know it was going to happen or if it was going on, or they're just like, oh, we're getting told we have to talk improv. Well, it just felt very forced.
Yeah,
and
no,
very,
it was not conducted well. Whoever was planning this E3 experience, I'd hate to say it, man, but your job might be in jeopardy, bro.
seriously. Oh, fucking! Did you catch that they casually dropped the God of War New Game Plus in that conversation while they were moving people?
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, cool. That's a quick thing.
Yeah,
Just fire that off real fast. It
No,
was
like-
only your biggest title.
Right. Like it's one of their biggest games right now, and like they don't even give it any screen time or any fancy. Like I guess they didn't have to, but the fact that they just dropped it casually, like, oh yeah, God of War, it's such a fun game. You ready for New Game Plus? Oh yeah, can't wait. It's coming out later. Moving on, and like, what?
Other than that, I think their presentation was fine, except for one other thing, and I need confirmation from you before I start like going off on them. Did the stream drop for any of you at any point?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good. It wasn't just me then.
No.
That's why I
Sony,
asked
what are
you
you doing?
guys about the thing with Nintendo. I was just like, I was getting some drops, and I was like, I don't know if it's just my internet connection or if it's just a lot of people accessing this right now.
The fact that they dropped Sony dropped the stream. This multi-million billion-dollar company dropped stream in the middle of like the biggest game that's their exclusive like multiplayer
Like
game,
they took off their
Destiny.
pants. The fact they dropped stream where everyone could see them.
Exactly.
Public indecency, Sony. What the hell?
It was bad.
That was the best
Bad.
part, though. They dropped it during Destiny, and that song that was playing in the background, where those four lyrics that went like in one ear, out the other. My selective listening picked in "Just Let Things Die" or "Let Things Just Die" or something. I was like, that's perfect. Destiny is still shit, and now the stream is gone. Just let it die. Yeah.
It blows my mind that happened. Along with whoever's like planning all the E3 events, their stream team, guys, your job's probably on the line too. Like you dropped the ball hard.
Good. So that means the positions are open and we can take them.
I feel like we would have done a better job.
We can do it. I barely know how to work my recorder, but I have faith in us.
Exactly.
Speaking of faith, they're really pushing those recycled maps in Black Ops, huh? They must really like those.
That was a weird, and it was confusing. Did that confuse you? Anybody else?
I mean, Wiggly Owl was
Riley?
really happy about it because those were some of her favorite maps, but I was just like, all right. Cater to the longtime fan, I guess.
Well, it's cool. It's good that they're doing that, but like the confusing bit to me was like pre-order Black Ops 4 and get these 4 maps for Black Ops 3, but maybe also Black Ops 4. Like, okay, what's going on? Please clarify.
If you pre-order now, you get this Black Ops 4 map for Black Ops 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, cool, good. I'm glad that they're doing it. Those were some good maps. I had some fun times on those maps, but
Supporting old systems. There's more on that too that I can talk about later because I guess some systems are still getting games. But did you guys see Beat Saber though?
yeah, I've been seeing a lot of ads and stuff for that lately.
That game looks great. I hope it's kind of like what was that game on Steam? Beat Hazard. Where,
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the game is shaped to the music that you have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool. That was like the only VR game from them that I had any like interest in at all.
Swing some VR sticks around to the Evangelion theme. There we go. Yeah.
You might die. That might actually kill people.
I'm ready. If I'm gonna kill anybody, it's gonna be with the PSVR. What else do I have on here? I have Sony the Musical, Japanese guy. Ghost of Tsushima. I can't pronounce that word. Tsushima? Something.
Tsushima?
That game.
Hold on.
It looks like Breath of the
Ghost
Wild.
of Tsushima.
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 Ghost of Tsushima. Looks stunning. It looks like we had to wait a year for it, but I was very happy with what I saw. I'm like, oh man, more games that I need. More reason to buy a PS4. It looks like Breath of the Wild meets Samurai Jack, and maybe some Princess Mononoke thrown in there for some good measure. But it also looks like the main character plays how Mitsurugi handles in Soul Calibur. Was anybody else picking that up?
I saw that, like especially when it got to that one-on-one fight near the end of the demo.
Yeah.
First of all, that game looks great. Words cannot describe really how great that game looks. It's
Correct.
the sun setting, the Mongols firing flame arrows while you're fighting like your friend, I think.
Yeah.
His longtime buddy.
Supposedly his ally.
Yeah.
We were friends.
Exactly.
We must protect this monk.
You were the chosen one.
I have the broadsword, Anakin.
I have the high ground.
You were supposed to bring balance to Japan, not destroy it. But yeah, no, that looked great. Like I have no other words for it other than it's beautiful, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I hope it plays as well as it looks.
So, name a time Sucker Punch has done us wrong. You can't.
I don't know that I can. I mean, the movie Sucker Punch was terrible, but I know that wasn't them.
I'll take it. Don't do. Listen, Sucker Punch. You see this movie? Never make a game like this movie.
Don't do this.
Don't do it.
Don't do this.
I have Control on here. The game Control looks like the ending to Beyond Two Souls. Honestly, I thought it was just a DLC for Beyond Two Souls because it's like, oh, there's some lady moving stuff with her brain. I guess maybe it's a ghost.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know. That was interesting. That's what I got on it.
I was just perplexed more than anything. It was just like I would try it. Give me a demo and I would try it. But,
yeah, I'm in the boat. I'm in that boat.
But like my focus was immediately wrestled away from that game when the rat came up. There was so much cereal in that one pantry, and I was just like, "What game? What is this? Why am I a rat? Why am I really hungry for sugar smacks and Fruit Loops?" And then Leon Kennedy, and I'm like, "Oh, I want that cereal."
Oh man.
Actually, I had a partially different because I'm sitting there like, we're a rat. Oh, good zombies. I really don't care. Oh, that's Resident Evil. Okay, I care a little more.
But
only a little.
But only a little.
It looks so good though.
It does look. It looks as good as I could have hoped. All right, I'm gonna let you in on some deep personal lore. Resident Evil 2 specifically might be one of my most favorite games of all time. I will play that game at least once or twice a year, speed running it in under about 2 hours. Like I know that game like I know the back of my hand. Yes. So to have it remade in glorious HD,
4K 3D.
All the hype words right now for the current gen systems is more than I could have ever asked for.
And then they threw you a bone. They had the PlayStation 1 sitting right there in front of a TV.
That was a good little Easter egg. Yeah, that was a good little Easter egg. There's more in that trailer that I could go on for hours and hours about, but I'm not gonna. Other than the fact that there is another trailer out there. If you haven't seen the second one, I recommend looking at that one. It's only about a minute and a half long. Totally worth it.
And there's another trailer too, like you said, right? I mean, not a trailer, gameplay.
Oh yeah, they did some gameplay on the day of the recording, at 7 o'clock Eastern time for like 15 minutes.
Go check out Capcom's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. It's probably up there by now. Let us know what you think in the comments. It's gonna be good.
No.
And then Ada Wong in that dress. Good.
She was so blacked out though, like so deep shadow. Like again, I could go on for hours, but I'm not gonna.
It was her though.
I immediately.
Well, you want something that could go on for hours though? Like, I think if we had a drinking game for E3 and you had to take a shot for every time you'd seen a Kingdom Hearts trailer. Like, how many did they have? They had like 4 different trailers buzzing around the convention, each at a different press conference.
It was like the same one.
Yeah, but it had like slightly different things every time. And then they're just like,
Sony's had the most that was different.
yeah, Sony came in and it's just like, no, we big man. We have game before. You play game on Sony, you get bigger trailer. And we're just like, oh. And we got Pirates of the Caribbean. So I was like, yeehaw, I get to cosplay a pirate again. And was like, all right, kid, calm down, have a sandwich. But Donald and Goofy looked so good in the Pirates of the Caribbean world. I was like, I can see Donald's individual feathers, and I think I just got soft confirmation that Goofy's a dog. So
He is. I think he is supposed to be a dog. Yes.
Well, it's just like I've always assumed he was plastic, but he's got fur. I'm like, gosh. So
he's made of plastic, and it's fantastic.
oh no, Goofy and Barbie, I ship it.
Can I just say that it's real, like, the juxtaposition between like anime as fuck Sora and cartoon Donald and Goofy right next to like Orlando Bloom and
Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp is like, what am I looking at?
But
what is this?
They were able to somehow unify all those art styles so that they didn't look completely jarring when they were standing next to each other. Like, it was still jarring, but it wasn't like, ooh, oh, this doesn't work at all. It was just huh.
No, it works. It's just real goofy.
Ha!
Pun intended.
All right.
I'll show myself out.
All right, well, here's the door.
My job here is done.
Go grab us a pizza. But no, the elephant in the room, though, when it definitely comes to Sony, is Mr. Kojima and his game Death Stranding. Whew.
Oh, fuck that thing!
I got sweaty watching that.
I warned you guys last time we talked. I warned you about raw, unfiltered Kojima. And what did we get?
Yeah, no, that was exactly what it was. And again, I was sitting with Wiggly Owl watching that, and she had so many things that she wanted to touch on when we were going to talk about this game. So
wait, hold on. I just want to clarify. You're saying you're excited about that game?
Yes.
I don't give two shits about that game.
How dare you? But I must know why.
Let's see. It's been a little over 2 years. All we have are shock value for shock value's sake, as far as little films, no actual gameplay, no idea what the fuck the game actually is. I don't give a fuck about your game until I know it's a game.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree.
Now, it's a walking simulator.
All they showed for quote unquote gameplay was Norman Reedus in a gray spacesuit walking around a very rocky looking, like, middle of nowhere with little boxes floating behind him.
Oh, he's a delivery boy.
Delivery man.
He's a delivery boy. But
at one point, it looked like he was carrying a human body on his back in a bag.
That's so funny.
Pizza.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Equipable babies.
Equipable babies.
Equipable babies.
Don't forget the equipable babies, because
they're like blades, only smaller.
Yep, and more unsettling.
Digestible.
And they power my lights.
Can I just say that, like, for as good as that game looks and as interesting as the concept is, I agree with Kirk. The hype is kind of dying for me. The trailer opened up with a shot of a baby's ass, so I felt like that kind of set the tone.
Kojima. But like, I definitely get where you guys are coming from. But then I hold up my hand and I give you Exhibit B, which was the way they handled the marketing for Metal Gear Solid 5.
What was the marketing for that? Because I don't remember.
Exactly.
Exactly. I don't remember. Is it really a defense?
That was the marketing. They tried to market it. They tried to pass it off as a different game by a guy under a fake company.
Oh, you're talking about like when it was first released at E3, like all those years ago.
Right. And then as we slowly started getting more information, what was it? It was all just movie. And then eventually, at some point in time, they're just like, it's an actual game. Here you go. Go play this playable demo right now.
You're not really selling me on this.
But like, it's the Kojima method. He's doing the same thing he's always done, except this time he's been given the freedom to go absolutely balls to the wall. And he's just like,
I don't know that this is the Kojima method. I think that was Kojima filtered through Konami method. Because Konami still had to make money at the time off of Metal Gear. Now that it's raw, unfiltered Kojima, like.
Do you also remember the fact that when Metal Gear Solid 5 was the thing that they were forming, the doctor in the very beginning of that cutscene where he's inspecting Snake for the damage, that's a real person, right? Did you know this? You can go and look up this unbelievable process that NeoGaf and 4chan went on when they discovered that this man was an actual doctor in an actual place, and they found the institute that he works at. They found his email and his phone number, and they were hounding him with questions about Metal Gear Solid 5. And like Kojima's just like, I don't have anything to say. I don't know what you're talking about. Metal Gear what? I'm not doing that. Like,
okay.
Like it's just
I don't see the relevance to Death Stranding, but all right.
Complete batshit. No one knows anything. Movie given like vaporware almost. Where's the game? It's been X number of years style. Like he's done it before.
I feel like he was in the back of the Sony presser, like in the way back, just on his own like little pedestal, arms crossed, and everybody's staring at Norman Reedus and his crazy little fetus, and nobody's knowing what's going on, and he's got his arms crossed, like, and you'll never know. Only I
I'm just
will
gonna
know.
tease it till you're dead.
This
and then
game,
you become the baby.
This game will come out, and I won't answer any questions.
This game will
You're
come
just gonna take it
out
at that.
someday.
Not anytime soon.
Well, it'll certainly not come out before Neo 2.
That was a bit of a surprise. Neo 2.
I didn't know it did well enough to warrant a sequel.
A lot of people like those Souls-like games, man. And Neo is Koei Tecmo's, unique take on it. Every game is the Dark Souls of that specific genre.
Dark Souls is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls. Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Dark Souls, Spider-Man happened.
What?
You want a game that's has been teased just as long, but we've been made just as long as Death Stranding, but we've been made aware that it is in fact a game. It'd be Spider-Man. But the second he opened his mouth, I was like, wait, hang on, what is that? Yuri Lewenthow? It is. Well, there goes my game. My hype deflated. Fuck.
You don't like that guy?
No, I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. Why couldn't we fucking, what was it? Kingdom Hearts can still get Haley Joel Osment to do Sora or whatever. We couldn't go and find the current actor for Spider-Man to reprise his role as Spider-Man?
I guess not.
Why? Doesn't Sony's still hanging on to Spider-Man by a thread right now, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Like, you honestly think that this teenager wouldn't come and voice his character in a video game?
I'm sure he would, but he probably doesn't have voice acting experience. And acting and voice acting are two totally different beasts.
Okay, kid. So when you're Spider-Man, you're Spider-Man. We need you to do Spider-Man again, but this time you don't have to flail your body around. You just talk like Spider-Man. Go. You don't think you could do that?
I'm sure he could with enough time, but also they probably would have had to pay him a ton of money.
Yeah, it shouldn't bother me so much. But I mean, Kirk, you're a cosplayer. You get it.
But wait, what?
You get it. You know what I'm talking about, man.
You understand.
You get it.
Do I though?
Do you?
I don't know.
In a perfect world, Tom Holland would just be like, "Yeah, I could just talk like Spider-Man." You're just watching me suffer. Okay, you're a jerk. Do you like seeing me squirm? Does it turn you on? Who is the inverted man?
Don't kink shame me.
Who is the inverted man in that trailer? The guy who is run through a Photoshop filter.
That one I actually don't know. Like, I knew everyone else there, and I was waiting for like Mysterio to pop up or something.
Or Green Goblin.
I don't know who Negafilter is. All right.
Negafilter.
Yeah, that was a weird villain that just kind of.
Well, no, he was in the previous trailer.
Was he? I don't remember.
Yeah, and I thought he was just a new like villain because I watched a lot of '90s Spider-Man cartoon. Did not recognize this guy.
That was a great cartoon, by the
That's a
way.
great cartoon,
was.
right? It's good times. You know
It
what?
was
You know what?
so cheap.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look this up.
Okay.
It almost, like when I first saw him, I thought, is this a placeholder character? And how we just
No.
kind of not figured out who we're gonna put here yet. But then he started talking and moving
He
around
shot,
and
like,
stuff.
He shot little fucking like nega beams out of his hands, dude. He's a final dude. That's a boss.
Right. And I was just, who are you?
Okay,
Man.
all right. I have a name already. So his name is Mr. Negative.
Okay. Mr. Negative. I get it.
Where is it? His first appearance was in 2008, so he's a newer one.
Oh, but he's
Oh,
established.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Shit.
Let's see. Abilities: superhuman strength, mental domination, healing touch, access to advanced technology, ability to switch between reversed and regular appearance, and charge up knives and swords with black electrical energy.
Well, that sounds kind of cool.
Oh, is it? Mr. Negative first cameoed in Swing Shift, an issue set after the events of Spider-Man One More Day. Oh, good. So we can blame One More Day for something else again. Great. Wonderful. Love that keeps coming up.
I take it you're a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Linkara, at least.
I liked the Spider-Man reveal. I say reveal, but really like the gameplay of it. That looks neat. I like the idea of being Spider-Man and just kind of web slinging around town.
Yeah, that gameplay looked fantastic.
Yeah, the Arkham horrorness of it works better for Spider-Man.
It does, yeah. Spider-Man killed a lot of people in that demo. Did you notice?
Yeah,
Like
that was
just so many people off the buildings.
Yep.
And the explosions and the right off the girder suspended in midair. It's like, oh, this is a Spider-Man we've always wanted.
This is the Spider-Man we need.
Spider-Man's gone dark.
Didn't they say it was like it was 8 years after he had donned the suit for the first time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So he's probably seen enough shit where he's surpassed Batman. He's just like, no, dude.
He's tired of it.
To go further beyond.
There's only one way this will end.
He's tired of everybody's shit, so he just starts killing them.
Yeah.
It's the only way, man. These big bad guys were in prison, but that's only because I put them away a long time ago. But now that they're out, they can die. Perfect. Someone planned this, and I love them.
Oh, man.
Well, I want to head to a break in a second, but before we do that, I have one more thing I wanted to say about Sony. We can just finish Sony off here, I suppose, but another gripe that I had, the last gripe that I had, was that they waited to reveal From Software's VR game until after the conference was over, when they had those guys talking about it outside again. And I was like, why could they have not revealed that instead of the fucking Rick and Morty VR game? Is this still relevant enough to the point? Like, we're not here for this. Like, yeah, haha, it's Bathtub Man. Oh, funny. It's Rick and Morty humor. Like, this game looks good. This is a game that I'm a little more invested in. Why would you show that instead of this? It seemed like your press conference needed a couple more heavy hitters. You know? Why'd you do this? Who made this choice?
Their press conference definitely needed more. Like
who this Mark?
Yeah, Mark. You're tearing me apart. You're tearing my press conference apart, Mark.
You're tearing me apart, Sony.
You see the people, they leave. They're leaving. We need game. Mark, we need game. Give me From Software. You get them on the phone.
They could have put that in there.
It didn't make sense. And instead we watched a man get electrocuted and fucking purple Mr. Meeseeks. Like, ugh.
A lot of the stuff that Sony didn't make sense, man. A lot of it. And like, again, the games they showed were great. Like, everything was cool, but wow, bad decisions were made.
I liked what you said earlier. Someone's job is totally on the line right now.
Oh yeah. If they're not like fired by the end of E3, they should be counting their lucky stars, because wow.
We'll hang on to you until the next E3, and then nope. That's it. You're not doing this again. Anybody else have anything on Sony?
Aside from generally feeling kind of let down by it at the end, no.
Yeah.
Supposedly you're not the only one.
Like they were solid titles, but at the end of it, it's like how do I feel? It's like I had a lot of Chinese. It was good at the time, and then afterwards, like I feel empty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You were
empty.
hungry again in like an hour.
Empty calories. There was a post that I saw on Twitter that I think surmised it the best for me. It was that stupid Sailor Moon 3 gag where Tuxedo Mask is just like, and my job here is done.
Oh,
And
yeah, I saw
It has
that.
Square Enix on it, on him. And Sailor Moon's just like, but you haven't done anything. And then you just see Square Enix leave. It was that, but Sony.
I know we're getting ready to cut to break here in a second, but there was another meme I saw that was, or not a meme. Somebody's reaction was like, the Smash Brothers reveal had more Final Fantasy in it than Square. I was like, oh shit, you're right.
That's a shot fired. Yeah, we were all expecting Final Fantasy VII Remake to get mentioned in Sony's press conference. 'Cause
Even
it was
like a
weird.
hint, like a musical cue would have been enough for me, but they did nothing. And I guess the game's in development hell, so I can't fault them for it really.
But
I mean, you could, if you really tried.
Yeah, I could, but that's not the presentation we got. Like, I don't want to be unfair to them, being like, yeah, there was stuff I wanted that you didn't have. That's not fair to them. I gotta be fair to them. I gotta talk about the presentation we got, not the one I got in my head.
I honestly thought Walmart was going to bat like 20 for 20 here. They looked like they were on a huge roll, and I was like, that only means one thing. Here comes Final Fantasy. And we didn't get it. There were a couple other games that they didn't get. Well, they said were coming, but we didn't see as well. But I definitely want to get to the no-shows too. But before we do anything else, we're going to get our butts off of our chairs, and we're going to go take a sweet break.
A sweet, sweet break.
Time for a short, angry break.
Hi, this is Levi working with T-Turtle. You're listening to the Otaku Podcast, and I like to let unicorns inside my butt.
Oh, oops, sorry. Didn't see you there. Too busy playing Fallout Shelter on my Nintendo Switch, released just yesterday for free. Go and download it on the eShop today.
Don't lie. You're playing, like whatever it is, the thing where they jump off a bus. Fortnite, that thing that I don't care about. Yeah,
Fortnite.
yeah,
That
that thing.
thing.
I thought that came out tomorrow. I don't know.
No, it came out today, I believe.
It's out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play that right now.
No, tomorrow is the Splatoon DLC.
Should I really go and see what all the fuss is about?
You can if you want.
I don't know.
Later, finish the podcast.
Who was it that you didn't want to win the Invitational, the Smash Invitational?
0.
Okay, he won. Yeah.
Segment 2. It is very well. Before we all go and play Fortnite and realize we're all about to get horribly addicted to a game that we don't want to play, let's talk about the PC gaming show filled with a bunch of horrible games that we're all going to get addicted to that we don't want to play.
Dude, let me tell you about Drake's Cakes, man.
Hang on. That's the best part. All right, Drake's motherfucking Cakes is the best part. I want to say really quick that I actually took 3 games out of this conference that I was generally impressed by.
What's that?
What was it? Neo Taxi? Lift the game?
I saw that. That looked weird.
It was relevant to me because Nobi Noodle is a Lyft driver, and I'm like, haha, get fucked. But it did look good. Don't Starve is getting another expansion, and I'm like, I love that game.
Don't Starve is pretty great.
Would you stop starving? God damn it.
I'm just so hungry for more Don't Starve. And this time it's all about the pig monsters. It's called Don't Starve Hamlet, and it looks fantastic. Put it on Switch Clay, please. And the last one, Ooblets.
Ooblets. Yeah.
I wasn't terribly impressed, but I was just like, all right, you have my attention. It looked like Pokemon plus Stardew Valley, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
that looks kind of neat.
All right. I'll look into it. Well, other than that, I just got. Yeah, you hear that? The crickets.
The PC gaming show was better than last year.
Yeah.
That's not saying a whole lot.
It is not saying much, but it is very true. It was still cringy, but it wasn't quite the cringe that we were expecting.
I'm glad that it wasn't as serious. It felt a little more like silly. And the co-host Frankie was pretty funny.
When she was her funniest?
When was that?
When she was standing next to motherfucking Drake.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Now you can talk about it.
Drake's Cakes, man. Out of everything PC gaming is, fucking super sweet, like Hostess Twinkie adjacent is not what I think when I think PC gaming. I think mods and upgrading your gear and becoming a member of the PC mustard race, that kind of stuff. But I don't think ho-hos, I don't think ding-dongs, I don't think Drake fucking cakes, dude. That's the weirdest goddamn sponsor they could have had.
I was losing it. Her standing there next to the Drake's Cakes mascot costume. He's sitting there. I was surprised he didn't dab. Well, she had no idea how to hold herself, and he was just kind of, his arms are down. He didn't really give a fuck, and it was really funny.
That shit was so fucking weird, man.
It's like, really? Guys? We're at E3, you know this, right? That's all I had for game PC guy. Click, dude.
Oh, man.
And I believe Kirk had a big whopping nothing on these guys.
No, I had zero interest in them. Because I tried last year to get into it, and it was boring.
You really didn't miss much.
You really didn't miss. They had like a weird announcer in between segments that broke the flow up for some reason. It was like the coming up next on the PC gaming show. We're gonna talk about PC gaming stuff. Also, Drake's Cakes. Like, all right, dude. There's no commercials. This is a live stream.
You're making me hungry, but I ain't gonna buy a fucking Drake's cake. That's for sure.
PC gaming, you tried. You really did. I'll give you some props. You tried.
Maybe next year, buddy. Maybe next year. We can't all hang with the big three. So, speaking of people who can't hang with the big three, Ubisoft was before that. And the very beginning, I told you guys last episode I thought Just Dance was dead. It was, in fact, not dead. We just had to poke the corpse, and bam, it was back to life. Like our buddy,
it could
cool
stay
guy.
dead if it wanted to.
It really could.
Yeah, it could have, but it would not have given us musician blasts old man in face with tuba, which is one of my favorite E3 memes right now. That man just went in. That poor old dude just got destroyed by tuba, and it was the funniest thing I had seen. You guys got to go look that up.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll just say that I'm glad that they started on Just Dance and it wasn't like in the middle of everything to kill all of the hype that they were building up.
Yeah, because there was some good hype there. And Wiggly Owl had said that she wished that Aisha Tyler was the one in the panda costume.
Oh goodness, yes.
Just
That would have
rips
been
it
great,
off.
actually.
It would have been awesome. I would
Have enjoyed that.
given them one rank up, just like you had a B, but now you got an A. But they followed it up with Beyond Good and Evil 2, and I got what I wanted.
Oh yeah, they started off real strong.
Yeah.
Like all I wanted was a way for them to tie in this game to the first one. Like, how is it a sequel? Please tell me.
No, it's a prequel.
Well, is it a prequel?
It's supposed to be a prequel.
Yeah.
Which
How
only confuses me further.
Yeah, how is that possible? Because
mentioned
Paige
that-
knows Jade.
They mentioned that in the when they were on stage.
Oh, I must have been jumping up and down at that part then.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. What they explain?
Oh, not a lot. They mentioned it like offhandedly when they were talking about Jade.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to go back and look at that then, because I totally missed that. All I saw was Jade being there and being like, all right,
I'm a villain.
somehow Paige knows Jade, and this is a prequel, I think?
Well,
Also,
Jade's
why is she evil?
Yeah, Jade's a bad guy.
Or presumably evil. Why does she presumably look evil?
More questions than answers, but at least I got two characters I'm familiar with, and that's all I really wanted. I'm like, oh, they're back. Yes.
Yeah, as cool as Afro Girl and the monkey are, it was good to see Paige and Jade.
He was so
Boys are
happy.
back down.
Paige, everybody loved Paige. And he's just like, all good cooking, just a little love. And I'm like, look at him spiking the food with alcohol. What a hero.
Making
I
that
also,
rum chili.
yeah. I was also very intrigued by hitrecord.org and what they're doing with Beyond Good and Evil 2. So,
Yeah,
I have
because they made a point of saying it's not just we're gonna do a contest and accept winners. It's we want you guys to collab on shit.
Oh, that's the thing where they're like, hey, make some stuff for us, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll put it in the game.
Yep. Rainbow Six Siege confirmed bigger than Overwatch, guys. It's got a documentary. Yep.
That was a weird bit. The documentary.
I was like, I didn't know Rainbow Six Siege was still a thing, to be honest.
Oh no, yeah, people play the hell out of it. It's still super popular. They're constantly updating it and all kind. It's the game as a service model though, and that's the thing, you know. Those
yeah.
lifestyle games.
So is Overwatch.
True.
Honestly, I thought Overwatch was the biggest thing right now, and I was just like, oh, PUBG, Fortnite, those aren't runner-ups. Like, I haven't heard anything about Rainbow Six Siege. I guess it's just because I wasn't looking.
Probably, yeah.
The Trials Rising guy, he rode in at 2 miles an hour. He was a regular Evil Knievel. He showed up in there. He was a huge dick to property.
I turned around on him because at first I was like, oh, here's the cringy thing where we have some guy that no one knows come in and do the thing for the game. And he's like, I'm the director. I'm like, oh, you must really fucking love this game. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Fine. If you're willing to do that crap, then fine. I give you all the props, sir.
It's a labor of love. Him just walking in there and totally beefing it. This is great. I was like, look at him go. We got 4 seconds of the DK rap, so that was neat.
Oh yeah, with Grant Kirkhope.
Yeah, they had him pop up there, and it really did feel like E3 the musical. There was so many musical numbers this year.
Really, there were too many. It was weird.
Yeah, I appreciated this though. It's just like, hey, look at him. Here he is. Banjo-Kazooie for Smash, you dick. But
You know what was cool about it?
Yeah, dick.
What was cool about it was the fact that he was playing music to the actual game footage, and it wasn't just music for the sake of music.
right. It was just like, this whole thing is orchestrated. Watch us do it live.
Yeah, exactly. It was cool.
We're putting actual effort into this, and it showed. Like, it really does look like it could have been its own game.
It really probably could have been. Yeah.
Piracy might still be alive and well, actually, despite the things they said. But Skull and Bones kind of looked like the Pirates of the Caribbean and Kingdom Hearts 2. It actually looked pretty good. It looks a lot better than fucking Sea of Thieves, that's for sure.
Yeah. It looks a little more in depth, and I can get in on that.
Elijah Wood, he does video games. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I know that now.
Oh no, he was on stage last year.
Was he?
Yeah, he talked about the exact same game.
Oh,
that's right. What game? Oh, fuck. What game was that?
Transference.
It's the VR game. Yeah, Transference.
That's right. I remember that. And
Yeah.
what an impression it made.
It did look very good.
I mean,
At
if
least I
we're gonna focus down on just VR games, it's a more interesting VR game.
It stood out among the others, definitely. Other than the one from Software, I was just like, not only I didn't notice, I didn't know Elijah Wood was doing this. I must have not have been paying attention last year. I was like, wow, he came out and he kind of owned the room. This game looks good.
Honestly, I completely forgot that he even did that last year. Completely forgot it.
It explains why the whole crowd went crazy. It was probably the loudest they had cheered.
Yeah, probably actually.
Next to the surprise reveal of Star Fox and Starlink.
That was weird.
How do you win E3? You just keep bringing Miyamoto on stage. Just keep doing that,
Yeah.
and I will always be happy.
You make Star Fox work and you win E3. Like I was grinning like a bitch.
Oh yeah, no, I saw the red scarf, and my first thought was, that's not him. That's a costume. No, that's him. Why? I need to buy toys now. I hate you.
Yep. I was just like, God damn it. Toys as a service should be dead.
Nope. Miyamoto is partnering with Ubisoft to take all your money.
And they're going to get it too, because I actually want that now. But
It does look good.
it also brought up a question I had about Starlink, in that you see a lot of the toys getting attached to the controller, right?
Yeah.
But it's on Switch, and I'm like, I play with two Joy-Cons separate. How am I gonna?
You're gonna have to just man up and slap that together, man.
It might just be an RFD, ERFDU. ERFDer.
Oui, ARFDU, oui.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, an amiibo.
I'm right there. Yeah.
Yeah. It might be along the same lines as an amiibo. And that was the other thing I left off of Nintendo really quick, double dipping on them. Confirmed we're getting amiibos of all the new fighters. They showed off the Inkling and Ridley amiibo during the...
I want the Snake amiibo.
Yes.
Oh, actually, real quick, if I might.
Yeah.
Go for it.
On their Twitter, they also showed off Octoling amiibos.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, shit. I gotta
Yeah.
go look at those.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
awesome.
don't do it now. We're talking.
Well, yeah, Wait, actually, Hank, pause the podcast. No, I won't do that. For Honor is back. Honestly, thought that was also dead. Somebody tell
Yeah,
Penny
so
Arcade.
did I.
That was
That's a good game.
it was I think one of the neatest things I had seen out of PAX 2 years ago when they
It was
did
a
that
good,
on
solid
stage.
flavor of the month. It was.
Yeah.
And they came back this time with our friends from Conquer Online, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was weird. I wasn't expecting like the Wushu Warrior stuff.
It
That was cool
neat.
though.
Yeah, definitely. I might actually try that game, to be honest. It does look really fun.
I played it for a little bit and I had a lot of fun with it.
Did you?
Yeah, that might, adding this new content might make me wanna dip back in on it.
Well, if it's got the Leon Kisuke seal of approval, then that's how I know it's good.
I just liked running around as a certain class in the medieval, like the knights. They had a assassin type character, and she was really fun. That was a really fun character.
And then the last thing I have here is the Crew 2. Cars. Yay, Cars. You guys called it Cars. But this game looked interesting in that it was essentially an open world Diddy Kong Racing. It was like everybody's running around. You could pick boats, planes, bikes, cars, doing tricks and shit. And I was like, all right, so it's not just cars.
It looks good, and people who are in the racing games will like it. That's not my bag, though.
Yeah, cars with a twist, as it were.
What the twist?
They tweet. And then we got Squeenix next on the docket. Right off the bat, James Earl Jones, baby.
Is that who that was? I thought that was Keith David.
Regardless of the man, I was like, oh, talk more.
Yeah, that was a good choice on their part.
Then they went right into Tomb Raider, which I thought was really funny because when they were doing that live gameplay demo, there was a dude who talked to a guy about, I don't know, it was a code or something, and Laura just takes him out as the guy turns around. And he turns around again, he's just like, oh, we got a botter here, looks recent. And I'm like,
you were just talking to him.
Yeah, I thought he was your friend. So,
I don't know, man.
I think I was watching Maximilian dude talk about that game, and he was like, yeah, Lara Croft just went full Predator.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did.
She was pissed the whole time.
And I was like, you know what? That's great. I like the rebooted Tomb Raider, and I'm probably gonna like this game too.
Yeah, another game the Wiggly Owl was really on about. That game got her seal of approval, and it does look really fun. Like it kind of gave me very violent Sly Cooper vibes,
right.
and I'm like,
real quick.
Yeah.
Can we pause for a second? Just one thing that I'm seeing a lot, and it's actually starting to really bother me, is when a big company, like Ubi, or not Ubi, like Microsoft or Sony, when they do a long like play of like a game, like they take extra time to go really in depth with what like a game's mechanics are, what it looks like and stuff like that. It's always a 3D platform adventure game.
You're right.
Lara
it is.
Croft, Spider-Man, Ghosts of Tsushima, Last of Us, Assassin's Creed. It's always one of those. It is always one of those, and it's annoying.
Did you just dig up an E3 conspiracy theory?
It's not a conspiracy theory. Those things are time sinks easily for them. They see those and like, oh, we can sync time by here's the environment, here's people, here's your introduction to combat, here's story, and it's so just to the wire, like what it's supposed to be, beat for beat, that they don't fucking try anymore.
You're right. It's very formulaic.
There wasn't one other game that did that. It's gonna come to me when I least expect it.
That was a really good Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
Solid.
It was definitely a Nintendo game.
Who are we talking about right now? Oh, Square. That's right.
Yeah, we're on Square. Have any of you guys played Final Fantasy 14 before?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay, so then this question is directed towards you, Mr. Kisuke. Did I briefly see a Final Fantasy Tactics race in that game? The guys that look like manatees? I don't know what they're called.
I don't know what they're called either, but you are correct. Yes, they brought the world of Ivalice into Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that a recent thing?
Yeah, I think it came in with the Stormblood expansion. I don't really remember which one. It's the most recent one, though. They started adding stuff from the Tactics games and 12, Final Fantasy 12.
That's super cool. I mean, like between that and adding the Tactics fighter into Dissidia, I was like, good, keep it alive. That was a fun game.
I know you can get costumes and not costumes, but armor bits from certain events and raids in the game that make you look exactly like you walked out of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Nice.
So, like, that's pretty cool.
Well, and then they went and put Auron in a Monster Hunter World, which I thought was neat.
That was no, that wasn't that. That was they brought Monster Hunter World into Final Fantasy 14.
Oh,
yeah. No, that's all Final Fantasy 14. Just now you get to fight Rathalos, and you have a Palico. I guess I'm not really sure, but
most iconic monster. Well, no, the Palico is what I thought. That's when I thought, oh, they're putting Final Fantasy stuff in Monster Hunter. Because
can we take a minute just to say Capcom by themselves actually did pretty good this E3?
Oh yeah,
they did.
No, the Capcom are killing it, man. They're doing a damn fine job.
About time.
Still admittedly wanted more from Mega Man 11. I wanted to see more Mega Man though. But aside from that, they gave us a lot to work with. I love Mega Man. Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Life is Strange 2 got confirmed in that really awful spin-off looking game, Captain Spirit.
That looks weird.
Yeah.
It's apparently free, so I'll try it.
Yeah, it's free. Can't really hound it if it's free,
I mean, who knows?
I'm hoping it has like a bit of a departure from reality, similar to if you ever played the Tales from the Borderlands.
I have not, but I know it's very good.
He had very like these departure from reality QuickTime events.
Who?
Okay.
So I'm hoping it's going to be similar to that, where he the kid's imagining crap, and sure, it could be happening. Why not? In his brain.
Was that Scooter that had those moments?
No, it was the main character.
Aw, I wish it was Scooter. That would have been crazy. I do have to go back and try that game though. Don't they have it all on one disc?
Yes.
You have it all on one download. I know that.
Dragon Quest 11 was next, and that game looks fun.
It does.
Nice return to form for Dragon Quest, and we're actually getting it this time, so that's cool.
Return to form indeed, complete with the one true waifu.
The one true waifu. Oh, you mean Mipha from Breath of the Wild? Yeah.
No, what? God, I don't know if they actually said what her name was, but she's the blue-haired girl with the green tunic and the staff.
Or at least I don't remember. I remember the gay man with the striped shirt. I'll take that.
A striped shirt? Yeah,
A striped shirt. I wish I knew his name. Babylon's Fall by Platinum Games. Whew.
That came out of nowhere.
All you had to say was Platinum Games, and you got me.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, yep.
See, Kirk knows. He gets it.
Yeah. Well, okay, all right. As long as it doesn't say Platinum Games presents Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're good.
That game was a disaster.
We don't talk about the dark times.
But how else will we learn from them?
The dark times were 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Look, all I remember, like Platinum Games can do near no wrong, and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is one of the greatest games of all time from them.
I mean,
what was that song's name?
Are you talking about Rules of Nature?
Yeah.
But no, back to Babylon's Fall. I wish they showed off more, but it does look good.
The thing that caught my ear really quick was when he used that red whip. I was just like, yo, Ivysaur in Smash Bros. Brawl? That's what I heard. And I was like, oh, he used a whip. Oh, look at him go. Oh. So definitely want more information on that game. Don't need more information on Just Cause 4 because that game, as they put it, it loves tornadoes. There's just too much tornado going on. I don't know why. Like, extreme weather. Whoa, look at him fly. And it's like neat, but it's just more memes and more lack of focus with their mega sandbox. And I'm like,
But man, let me tell you, if you like grappling hooks, that's the game for you.
I assume that if you liked grapple, the game for you was Sony's Spider-Man. But
nope. Just Cause.
All right, quiet man. He was pretty quiet. He had a bag full of dog poop. He was about to set on fire and leave on somebody's doorstep when he decided, it'd just be easier if I just beat these guys instead. So
that was a super weird trailer.
It was. When I was sitting there, it was coming on. Wiggly Owl was just like, is that New York? Is this Parasite Eve? And I'm like, it could be. And honestly, I thought it was up until that part. I was just like,
nope.
It's just some dude.
It's all about a deaf guy.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like, is this game just gonna have no noise, no music, no sound effects, just some edgy dude beating on punks and he can't hear their cries for help?
Yeah, no, it's just you go into a dark alley and you beat up on people. That's what that is. It's Street Crime Simulator 2019.
Well, but speaking of dark alley, though, maybe you guys can answer this question for me. Do you recall at the very beginning of this press conference, they said that there was going to be a surprise at the end?
Yes. I think.
Stay tuned to the end for a special surprise. Did we get one?
No. The last thing that came up on their like showcase was Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yeah. And we just got a trailer that the only thing new it had was Ratatouille.
I mean, it was a surprise to me that they played the same trailer with no audio. That's a surprise.
Well, if you're going to put it like that, well then fuck. I don't want that surprise. I don't like surprises anymore. God damn it. Did Kirk disappear into the ether again?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay, good.
I just couldn't think of any surprise that did or did not happen.
I am surprised.
I don't think there was.
I'm surprised you're still here.
What? Oh, okay.
This podcast sucks.
Some faith in you, God.
I love you, show. We got Devolver next. I don't really have anything on Devolver other than it was memeier than last year. They had a loot box coin, which did fluctuate in price.
That's amazing.
It did.
It sold out, and I'm like, I can't believe people bought this. I assumed it was a cheap plastic that you could find in like a little Tykes, like kids playground. And then we got the other elephant in the room, which was Metal Wolf Chaos XD.
Mm-hmm. Num 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 num.
That was the most ridiculous announcement. Like, I didn't even watch Devolver, but I heard about that.
And it was like one of the only Xbox games I've ever played, and it's back? Huh. I feel targeted.
I like that the tagline for it is "Mech America Great Again."
Yep.
And how people were getting really butthurt about that.
That's fucking hilarious to me.
It'll be a good game because he's the president. You know what? What was the phrase? It's something like he's the goddamn president or something.
Yeah.
He's
the goddamn president.
Goddamn president.
I can't wait to try that because I never played it back in the day, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try.
Well, we'll have first impressions for you guys right here on the Otaku podcast when that comes out. We probably won't. Bethesda was next, and when they were showing the offices for Bethesda in that very brief reel, I was like, I didn't know they had an office in Japan. But
I didn't know they had an office in Texas or in Toronto, for that matter.
Yeah, they're just out there somewhere. They're like in space.
I honestly thought they were in Seattle or California with the rest of like the development. You know,
that's just what happens when we don't put any research in before we go into a talk show. But they are the ones that acknowledged the Walmart leak, and I was very excited for that.
Yeah,
that was great. He called him out
again. I really feel like we started something here. I really did. That the faith in myself is completely unfounded, but just let me have this, okay? Then they brought Andrew WK out, and I died laughing. It was so cringy.
Cringy?
Poor Andrew. Like the crowd was just kind of shat on him, and he didn't deserve that.
Dude, that was the best thing in the world. I would have been the one guy in the audience, like, yeah, the whole time.
I love him on the House of Hair. I really do. But like just seeing him out there flailing, and all these people who are definitely a lot older than us are just kind of sitting there,
just like, looking at him. Yeah, like he had a dick on his forehead.
Yeah, and like the tension in the room was so thick. The only feeling my body could come up with was laughter. Like I didn't know how to feel so bad that I just started laughing, and I was like, and then he's just like, "You better get ready to die," and then it cuts to some old guy with a flat face. And I'm like, I can't.
I did notice in the crowd, I think one of the Sony reps was in the crowd.
Was he? Oh, that makes it even better. He's just like, how can we make our press conference even cringier?
We can do it.
But like then they realized it was going to be really hard to top because that 2-minute silence waiting for Rage 2 with a really tall man, Magnus. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of artwork of them floating around Twitter right now too. I gotta put some of those up somewhere where you guys can see it. It was perfect, peak cringe.
So I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
It's about Rage 2.
Yeah.
Was I mistaken when in the middle of the trailer, it cut to like that mountable like mutant singing bass, right? And
yes,
it turned into a commercial like midway through the trailer for a pre-order of like their deluxe edition of Rage 2.
Yeah, that was so good. Like I honestly thought that they were gonna stay right there, that was like the special edition of the game. And that was actually a thing you could buy. I was like, don't make me buy this game. Because if you give me that, I'm gonna buy it.
It was real weird to me that in the middle of their trailer, they're like, and here's a commercial for the game. Like, oh, that's where we're at now.
Well, they had to find some way to make Rage relevant because I guess the first one bombed.
The first one was weird. It was real weird.
But There was a moment in that trailer too where the main character had attached something to some guy where he just started floating away and then he popped like a pinata.
Yeah, you hit him with like a what the hell is that thing? A glaive? He like threw a glaive at him.
I don't know why I found it so funny. Taking attention away from the third elephant in this podcast, and that's Skyrim on Alexa, and a beeper, and a fridge.
That was the funniest thing.
They acknowledged every single meme and misstep, and it worked in their favor.
Honestly, I thought at that point they had won E3 for me. As much as I love Nintendo, I really thought
if you remember, like I was already on like their winning side because when we did the podcast with like what we want, all I wanted was a new Doom and a new Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
And you got both of those things.
I got both of those.
You
things.
really did. Congrats.
I was a happy boy. I'm still not sure what I think of Vault 76, but you know, we'll get there.
Vault 76. I could talk for a while on that game, but like Nobi Noodle and I were just sitting there jumping up and down in our seats, like we can nuke our friends. We can make colonies and nuke our fucking friends. Like I want to get that game, and I just want to turn it into a huge meme shit show with Nobi Noodle. It'll be really funny.
Apparently, like there's gameplay benefits to it as well because the Fallout of it had like rare materials.
Sorry, one more time.
So like when you nuke someone or something, they made mention that in that Fallout that area of Fallout that you just nuked. Rare materials spawn there.
Ooh. So there's more incentive to nuke your friends. I love it. Before I get into Fallout 76 a little more, I want to quickly touch on Doom because you brought that up. The fact that they're doing it again and then they're putting it on VR, like, looks amazing. And I also was very angry because the person who was presenting that game just looked really dead inside or high and kept looking like away and up with his mouth agape, and I'm like, dude, are you all right? Wake up. You're on stage. Talk about Doom. Like, it was a trend. Like, people just seemed very vacant at this press conference, but I'm undermining the fact that it was still really good. But Fallout 76, it confirmed it was online only, but you can play it by yourself, which is great. So, you know, everybody wins somehow. We're best of both worlds there.
I'm still tentative with my excitement for it. I'll judge it when it comes out.
But all of us have to play it together. Like, are you ready, Kirk? So Jackbox gets to sit on the burner for like a week. We all play that game, and we all blow each other up. Yeah. You feeling me? Yeah.
There's no VATS though.
But there's nukes.
I don't care. The Metal Gear Solid 5 had nukes.
But that's Snake, not Fallout. I don't know.
Yeah. Your argument isn't really a good one.
So
is Fallout when there's no VATS?
So we all play Metal Gear Solid 5 instead.
Hey, look, man, I'm all about tactical espionage action.
How about we wait? I don't know. A year, maybe two, we play some Starfield.
Oh, Starfield.
On next-gen systems,
no less. I wish they showed more than just a really sweet-looking space station.
I'm just glad it exists, and it's not just of rumors of banners and stuff.
That's true.
It was definitely the on next-gen systems thing that got me the most. It was just like, oh, okay. You can't talk about this because it's coming out on new systems.
I think it was was it when Todd Howard was on stage when they were talking about it? He said that was the first game that was an original IP in like 25 years. Is that true?
I think so.
Goodness.
Because like I thought Dishonored was theirs, and that's relatively new. Unless that was something they acquired from somebody else, and I just didn't know.
I thought it was like a acquired IP. Hang on. I'm also going to look up when Fallout came out because, you know, my computer's right here.
Well, Fallout was was taken.
1997 was
Yeah, it
Fallout.
was taken from somebody else, from another company.
They acquired that from Interplay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe all the other IPs that Bethesda's been working on have just been acquired from other people, and it wasn't wholly their own.
If that's the case, that's amazing to me because they found a lot of success on other people's ideas.
They just refined them to a razor edge. This is how you should have done it.
So if it turns out that Starfield is the wholly original, like 25 years in the making IP, I hope it's good for their sake.
Yeah, seriously. But like when you touched on IP that wasn't theirs, was Elder Scrolls theirs?
I don't. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. I think it was. That might have been like their original thing, though.
Yeah.
Like that was what they were known for.
All right, I looked it up. It is theirs. So they also found a lot of success with their like seemingly only other IP, and they're just like, yeah, it's not even done yet. We've got Elder Scrolls on your goddamn cell phone, and the next one, number 6, it's coming. So they're not really showing any signs of slowing down, and I'm pretty sure they said Elder Scrolls Blades has tons of multi-platform. So like, not only is it on your phone, but it's also coming to other stuff.
And you can like, there's crossplay or something like with PvP.
They mentioned VR.
VR, it's coming to consoles, and you can like move your character files around.
I feel like if you're to PvP somebody who is like on a keyboard and mouse or on a console, and you're on your freaking like Samsung Galaxy or your iPhone, you're at a very distinct disadvantage.
Well, unless the engine is completely the same across all platforms. So like if that responds very well to tap, touch, and slide by your finger, you might have more of an advantage against someone who's using a keyboard or a mouse.
Maybe like that's something we're gonna have to test, I guess. But like that just it seems like an interesting idea.
Test it right here on the Brosona 3 Fun Entertainment stream, just for you guys there.
Like your self plug.
Yeah. So we're nearing the end. There are only 2 other conferences left that we're going to talk about. So we'll take one more break and then we'll get right back at it. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Here it goes. Is someone okay over there?
What was that?
Yeah, that's Cassandra in the background fawning over a cat.
Oh. Hi,
yes.
Cassie.
She's not sorry for being as loud as she is.
A scattered dream that's like a far-off memory. A far-off memory that's like a scattered dream. I want to line the pieces up. Yours and mine.
How did I live in a kingdom of thieves and people who say things they don't really You're only everything I ever dreamed
Hey, this is Dappers from Dapper Comics, and you're listening to the Otaku Podcast, because you have good taste in podcasts.
Oh, that was another thing. How familiar are you with wrestling?
Familiar amount with wrestling? Oh,
Yeah.
they had one of those WWE stars during the Invitational, didn't they?
I don't know. That's not what I'm actually talking about.
All right.
Fuck.
So, one of them, Xavier Woods.
Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah, he has a gaming channel.
Yeah.
He's a giant fucking nerd.
He is.
So they made a direct version of him, Xavier Bomber, in the Super Bomberman game.
Did they really?
What?
Yeah, in the super. Yeah, go look at Konami's. Yeah, it's Konami, I believe.
Yeah, I'll look that up right now.
Xavier Bomber, huh?
Scroll down to Xavier Woods Bomber joins the race.
That's fucking great. I know
Xavier
they
Woods bomber.
Yeah.
I know they added the Master Chief for I think the Xbox platform specifically.
WWE's Xavier Woods joins Super Bomberman or as a playable character. Oh my god, he looks amazing.
That's what he's like in like his ring attire.
Is he the one that
so
wore like
cool.
Saiyan armor to
they're the ones that wore
WrestleMania?
Saiyan armor at WrestleMania a couple years ago.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
The not this past WrestleMania, but the WrestleMania beforehand, they all came down in Final Fantasy armor because they were sponsored by 14.
Oh my god, that's fucking awesome.
He's even got a stupid trombone. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, no, he does video game things on the trombone.
I'm liking this tweet right now.
What was it? Actually, yeah, WrestleMania when they came out, he took out the trombone and he did the do 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 do.
No way. Really?
Yeah,
The Proto Man theme?
No, that's the Dragon Sword.
Yeah, that's Green Ranger.
It's
Oh,
great. But instead of summoning the Dragon Sword, it was a shit ton of little people dressed up as stacks of pancakes. Because this is wrestling, and this is what Xavier Woods does.
Nothing is sacred. Yep. Yeah, no, he his YouTube channel is pretty cool. I think it's what up, down, down, something like that.
Down. Yep.
yeah.
He brings on wrestlers, gives them new video gamer like nicknames instead of the wrestler names. And
That's awesome.
so many of them are gamers. It's wonderful.
Sounds like we gotta reach out to some of these guys and have them on as guests, huh?
Are you kidding? He's in the millions.
He's in the millions.
He's paid better than we will ever be paid.
He would totally come on. Totally.
He's we're not asking him to guest, we're asking him for us to be guests.
No.
That's fair.
He's taking over the show.
You want to know something a little sad, actually?
What?
One of his guests in like the past year was Total Biscuit,
Aww.
and he fanboyed over Total Biscuit so fun because he was one of Total Biscuit's first guests on his podcast.
Yeah, the co-optional. Yeah.
He would want us to talk about games, okay?
Yeah,
You're right,
that's
he
true.
would.
We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
That's so
He'd
sad.
want us to be critical, cynical,
Nope.
even.
Yeah, there you go. That's the right word.
Good.
That's what he was, right? The critical Brit.
The critical break.
Cynical,
Yeah.
cynical
we got
Brit.
it.
Jokes.
I can't think of a better segue than segment 3. And that's Xbox and Microsoft. Right off the bat there, Mr. Kiyosaki, they just shoved Halo Infinite right in your face.
They did, and everything looks good. I like that they have their own engine for it, I suppose. That was pretty neat. But it told me literally nothing.
Like most of the games that we wanted to see this year.
Yeah, it was like, hey, we're doing a thing, and it looks pretty. Nice.
Do you want a fun little fact about that Halo trailer?
Yeah.
What's up?
So a friend of mine told me afterwards that she was under an NDA because she's been going to school at DigiPen,
Ooh.
and she's done like side works for companies as part of classes and side jobs and internships. Apparently, she had actually programmed. It's like a world generator engine, but it's the engine that they used to produce the grass that Halo's going to use. That grass you see at the trailer, she programmed the method of that coming into reality.
She programmed the grass, huh?
Yeah.
How
That was
much
some
of a
high quality
draw?
looking grass, though.
How much of a draw would it be if I were to say the next guest on the next guest on Otaku podcast would be the woman who designed the engine for the grass in the Halo Infinite trailer?
That's a long way to go, but yeah.
Most people would have switched to a different podcast by the time you're done explaining that.
Oh, you can't tell me that wouldn't bring people in. They got the who?
Don't challenge me.
We'll have to find out then, won't we?
I mean, that's super cool, though.
That is really neat. Congrats to her.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
It's her first step on the way up.
But yeah, no, it looked good. But that's all I can really say about it until maybe next year when we see more.
If.
Oh, there's no if. Like that's Microsoft's thing, man. It's gonna happen.
Did they say who was developing it?
It's 343.
Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't pass it on to somebody else. That's good. I guess this wasn't really a game, but then they talked about the Gamers Outreach program. I thought that was pretty cool.
About that.
Let me get their page up so we can talk a little bit more about that. But while I do that, they had Ori 2 on after that, and that owl was adorable.
Ori 2 looks great.
Ori 2 is adorable.
That's true. You're right. That's a good word to describe just the entirety of that game.
Okay, so Gamers Outreach is a 501c3 charity organization that provides equipment, technology, and software to help kids cope with treatment inside hospitals. So
Okay.
It might go back to that special controller they were developing.
Right, the adaptive controller.
Yeah, essentially they give nurses and child life specialists the equipment and the means to make activities with technology to those who are recovering in hospitals possible. They want to, quote, create sustainable experiences that produce joy and minimize trauma for patients. And I think that's really rad.
No, that's a good program.
Producing joy.
Yeah.
We might need to call the cops about you.
What? Okay.
I'm saying joy, the way it's worded, it sounds like it's a dealer. What are you doing? I'm producing joy in the garage.
Why do you got to ruin nice things?
Because, you know what? It's fun.
Because nobody can have nice things, not even me.
Yeah.
Some of these kids could
everyone
never
wallow in my
experience
despair.
the joy of playing Resident Evil 2. Like what? Do you deny them the smiles?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, as long as you're honest, that's all I really needed.
No, that's a good program, though. I'm glad that Microsoft is doing that.
I mean, who else is? So
Nobody else really brought up any charity type stuff, at least that I can remember.
well, it's not really the place you do it at, but there's just the fact they did it on such a big stage. It was like, yeah, good on you. Nice.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good publicity move.
So From Software is still not fucking done. They're just like, you want another game? From Software, games all day. Sekiro. Have this one.
Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. Everybody was so convinced that was going to be like Bloodborne 2 or some other offshoot of the Souls series, and I guess in some aspects it is, because it's definitely made by the same development team. That door opening animation is like frame for frame the exact same as it is in Dark Souls and all the other Souls-like games. I'm excited to fight the bridge snake, I think is what that was at the end of the trailer.
Bridge snake.
Bridge snake.
Do you know who else is a bridge snake?
Actual
Terry
snake?
Crews.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Crews is.
I want to play
absolutely
Terry
a
Crews the
bridge
game.
Terry Crews the game.
snake. You can in Crackdown 3.
Coming out eventually. They swear it.
with rubber ducks. That game was amusing. That trailer was amusing.
I like the Crackdown games. I played the first two, and I'm glad that they're finally nearing the end of development for the third one.
How long has it been?
It's been a long time. This Crackdown 2 came out in like 2010, 2011, something like that.
Damn.
It's been a while.
Been a long, lonely while.
We got Kingdom Hearts 3 and Fire Simba.
Yep. The same trailer.
Okay, let's be honest. We had Kingdom Hearts 3 at everything except Nintendo's booth, all right?
Yeah, that's irritating.
Did it come to a surprise to anybody that it was going to be on the Xbox, like Kingdom Hearts 3?
Well,
I
like,
thought they announced that.
it hadn't been on an Xbox before.
I know it hasn't like historically been on an Xbox, but I like last year I could have swore they were like, and it's coming to Xbox, and like I guess everybody forgot.
I thought it was common knowledge still.
Yeah, I thought like everybody's like, oh my, it's coming to Xbox. Oh my god, and I was like, yeah, they said that like a year ago.
They did. Confirmed. But
Okay,
I mean,
good.
when
I'm
you
not
think
going
Kingdom
crazy.
Hearts, you think PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
I
you're
guess
getting
it's
the
fair.
you're getting the way better deal if you buy it on PlayStation. Like
Yeah,
they're giving you all the games if
that-
you buy it there.
That special edition.
Yep.
Whew. That was
Like-
fire. I want that system. That looked good. I also I got pissed at Rare because they announced DLC for Sea of Thieves, and I'm like, hey, how about you fix your fucking base game first?
I feel like they think that adding more stuff to it will fix it, and maybe.
I would hope
Maybe.
so. 'Cause,
I saw
yeah,
people want me to play that, and I'm like,
the premise and the novelty of the game definitely make me want to try it. Like, so the people who want you to play it, you know, it's not unfounded, but I just wish there weren't so many problems. That
Yeah.
other game looks way better, the Ubisoft one. Like, I would much rather play that at this point.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
who
does.
knows? Maybe we'll all get into Sea of Thieves one day. There was a car game. I forgot what it was called, but there was a plow that had a scrolling marquee signboard on it, and I'm like, what? That caught my eye. I don't know. It was amusing.
All right.
We Happy Few still looks good. Still want
does.
to play that.
I enjoy the like 1960s dystopian UK vibe they're doing. That's pretty nice.
They dropped Tales of Vesperia after that, and I lost my mind.
A lot of people did.
I'm so ready for that.
I liked it. I don't know that I'll get it again, but I liked it.
It's coming on Switch too, and I'm like, yes. Well, people were more excited, way more excited for Devil May Cry 5.
That was a good reveal.
Honestly, I felt like they were leading to the DMC Dante, so I was like, oh no, have Shit Dante 2 Phantom Pain featuring Punished Dante.
no. It's Dente. All right, get it right. Dente.
There is a lot of media coverage out there that doesn't understand that the character they showed off in the trailer for the majority of it was Nero
Yeah.
from 4, and they're like, oh, Dante's got short hair again. It's like, no. No.
I'm sorry. I just really like how you put that. You got short hair again. Oh, when will those kids learn?
You're like, no, assholes, that's Nero. He's from Devil May Cry 4. Come on. You guys should know this.
Those rockabillys and their damn long hair. Ugh.
He had the
Stupid
like
kids.
motorcycle rev sword. You just rev it up. That shit was great.
Yeah, that looked fucking great. And then they had the actual Dante in there at the end.
Yeah,
So-
they showed him at the end.
Get grizzled old man Dante.
Grizzled old man with a beard.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Dante.
Yep.
It's great. I'm ready for that.
I think that game's running on the RE engine, just like Resident Evil 2 is.
Oh, dude. Oh, so they're probably in development simultaneously. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Probably why it took so long to talk about them. The Cuphead DLC. I knew Cuphead was going to come back in some way.
I
New
was
character.
surprised. I wasn't expecting that.
It looks good though, and the new character's like some creepy OC, and we're just like, oh no, it's not needed.
Oh, you don't like Miss Chalice?
Well, like,
I thought
I
her
did.
design was cute.
it was cute, but then like a second after I had seen her, the whole cup Sona thing popped into my head, and I'm like, kind of ruined it for me.
Don't ruin it, man. Don't ruin it. Don't
Um,
ruin it. This isn't Sonic. Don't ruin it.
Well, if we want Sonic OCs in established games, we got Zelda the Fox. I mean Tunic.
That
Okay,
I thought
all right,
the same thing.
No, hold up. No, I'm serious. Hold up, because that was at PAX East. All right, I played that.
Oh, did
right?
you?
Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was like if
I
you
didn't know it
were
was there.
if you went down the escalators and like to your left was to your right was Blizzard store.
Yep.
If you just walked down that aisle almost to the wall, there they were.
They
No
were
shit.
tucked away behind Blizzard.
Yeah,
No wonder I didn't see them.
and I only knew because a friend of mine told me to go there and look for Tunic. Like they said specifically, look for Tunic. So I went to find Tunic, and I found it, and I played it, and it's really just a 3D little Zelda thing with 3D platforming, and it was tight and it was nice, and I enjoyed it, and I was actually super excited to see it at E3. So I'm happy for it. I'm psyched for it.
I'm surprised I actually didn't see it because I was stuck behind Blizzard for a while in a queue line with somebody to go buy stuff.
Huh.
So I'm surprised I didn't like eyeball that from a distance. That's funny though. I didn't know it was already out there. I was just like, oh, it's such a ripoff. But you had fun with it though, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to not sleep on it to give
I'm
it a
gonna
shot.
give that one. I was gonna try it anyway because it looked really good, and now that it's got a vote of approval, I'm doubling down. So
Yeah. Excellent. I love it. First impressions right here on Otaku.
I wish I knew it was there. I would have played it.
So, get these things out there. I'll rifle them off pretty quick. The last thing on my list right here is that the new Xbox is codenamed Scarlet. But then they also had CD Projekt Red's new game, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, 2077.
That looked awesome.
That looks
And then-
great. Yeah.
And then Battletoads. So those are the two good games left on my list.
Not to
For example.
venture too quickly, but the announcement that Microsoft made when they purchased like all the companies was interesting. They got the Undead Labs, which is for State of Decay. They got the guys that make Forza, which no surprise there, right?
Mhm.
There were a couple others that were kind of like all right, and then there was Ninja Theory, and I was like, oh shit, they bought Ninja Theory. Cool. That was that was a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. And that's all I kind of wanted to say. Like, I just wanted to acknowledge that was an interesting thing. I was not expecting, especially since Ninja Theory's latest game was released on the PlayStation 4 first.
Yeah,
And it
Senua's
only-
Sacrifice.
Yeah, and it only recently came to Xbox like a month ago.
Well, I liked the announcement because they were definitely doubling down on the future, and they're just like, we're not pulling any punches from here. We still have the same mindset, and now we just have more tools to bring you good games. And I'm like, yeah, good for you.
Yeah, no, they needed that. They needed that bad because they don't have a lot of first party stuff coming out.
Well, when I say they have good games coming, and I told you guys about Cyberpunk 2077 and Battletoads. On the flip side of that were two other games I did not think looked so good. Shonen Jump's The Avengers.
That was weird.
All right. So, I mean, they've had way too many crossover fighting games. They had the Jump Stars from like a few years ago, which
on
wasn't
DS.
which wasn't that good. However, the two DS games they had were fantastic.
Yeah.
Those were
One's
good.
on DS. Give me another game like that because this just looks like a game running on the same engine as My Hero. One's Justice, but it just looks really shiny. But when Luffy landed on the American flag, I burst into laughter.
It's
It's
so
like,
random.
I can't with this stupid game.
It was like they're coming into our world, and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is gonna be. The heroes are assembling or whatever, and it's like you see Naruto on a fucking roof in like New York City or some shit, and you're like, all right.
You see Goku in Times Square just standing there. I'm like, you can't expect me to take this game seriously.
Fucking freezes in the middle of the damn city,
Well, like,
shoot bigger lasers everywhere.
Like, is this just going to solidly like? Is the Japan version also going to be just here's New York, go play in New York, Japan?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking.
I'm not sure if I want to follow through, but whatever we get from here on out in terms of information is just going to make me laugh more. Like I'm ready. I want my good chuckle.
I hope it's the best game that's ever made.
The best Shonen Jump crossover game.
It's going to be the greatest game of mankind. We will have peaked at Jump Force, and we can all go home happy after that.
There we go. I'll be like, oh, there it is, Leon Kisuke. You called it.
It's not
here.
gonna be good.
But speaking of not going to be good, though, I laughed even harder when the crowd was revved to shit for Gears 5.
Oh, that
And
was
they were like,
great.
yeah, here we go. And then the
And there's
pop figure.
pops. That
like,
wonderful.
Everybody was immediately disappointed. They're like,
Like,
yeah.
you heard the drop of silence. Like everyone just got cut off. Like they turned off the audio or something. Just complete silence.
That was
And
great.
I was like,
are you kidding?
this
I would
is-
have eaten that up for days.
They trolled the shit out of the audience, and it was perfect.
I loved it. It was like, please, more of that. Like, I'm glad they eventually got their Gears 5 announcement, but I just wish I could have seen the looks of the faces in the audience. What I wouldn't give to see a photo. Please.
Gears 5 looks good.
It does.
Like really good, actually. I never played Gears 4, and I feel like I need to now because of how good Gears 5 looks.
Very story heavy this time, it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Marcus Phoenix is still there. He's the only character I know.
Old man Phoenix still kicking around with his fucking chainsaw gun.
All right, so we've reached the end. This is the station we're getting off at EA. So I hope you guys had a crazy fun.
I did need to go to the bathroom. Yes, thank you. And
This
just
is the
like
place to do it.
EA, I'm just going to stand up and just take a giant dump
Yep.
and not acknowledge it.
Hey, there you go. Like I made Wiggly Owl sit down and watch it with me because I was just like, nope, we got to do it all.
Why do you hate her so?
Why do I hate miso? It's just like,
why do you hate miso? Miso's delicious.
Miso is delicious. There really wasn't much
it's like
to
Chinese,
talk about
Kirk.
with EA.
My first note is trite garbage next to no clapping but some gems. And I followed that up with sports.
Yeah.
And then we had Unravel 2, which looked really cute.
That guy can get all the kudos because he's still adorable and he tries his best.
He
That
does.
was good. I like
He's
that.
got a buddy now.
Sea of Solitude also looked really interesting and cool.
Yep, that was next on my list. Correct.
And that was about it. Like that was you could have ended it there, and it would have been like, yep, all right.
Well, they poked the bear with Battlefront 2 after that because they alluded to the fact that they didn't get it quite right with the loot box shit. But then they did little in the way of repentance. So they're just like, yeah, we're going to give you new characters. Yeah. And some more shit to buy. Yeah. And I'm like, did you guys really learn?
No.
Why are we
didn't.
here?
They really didn't.
It was very irritating and it made me want to watch even less. So, sitting through the rest of it was a complete slog. And I'm like, good thing I got my Switch here and I can play Xenoblade. Because at that point, I was turned off. I have written here, Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers football team. He did a Kamehameha as a touchdown celebration in the new Madden game, and he's like, "Yeah, man, it's pretty fire." And I'm like,
Oh,
I could have done entirely without that mini documentary of the kid who is like the best Madden player in the world now. Like, all right, cool.
I went through so many hardships to win my Madden NFL tournament.
I'm the best Madden player in the world until they release another one in 6 months.
And then I'm gonna get right the fuck back down the ladder again.
Oh man, like really, Unravel 2 and Sea of Solitude are the only things to come out of EA that have even a glimmer of hope. Like,
yeah, seriously.
Me.
And they followed that shit with his
With
NFL
sports.
thing.
Yeah.
With a cell phone game, a competitive Command and Conquer game for your phone, and I'm like, what?
Bad call.
That's bad. That's bad.
Seriously, like it was so bad that one of the shoutcasters there, his name was Michael Martinez. Go look this up. Like he was fucking absent. Like, I don't think they were like. Were they paying this guy? He looked like he didn't want to be there, and he just made faces.
Yeah,
he was doing BioWare face stuff. I'm like, dude, wake up. You're on. Actually, you know what? No, just stay checked out. Who cares? They're not going to be able to tell. It's EA. Who the fuck?
For as much shit as I gave the Sony conference, it was still a conference and it was still good.
Yeah.
EA's was a fucking train wreck.
Yeah, absolutely, in every single way. And like, I get that the announcer girl was trying really hard, but she was trying way too hard. Like she had practiced this for like a couple months ahead of time, and she's just the stereotypical gamer girl trope.
It was all bad. It was all bad.
And then they tried to wrap it up with Anthem, And I was just like, this is
Oh, God.
Titanfall plus Destiny plus James Cameron's Avatar, and I don't care. I do not care.
Like last year, I was like, maybe I'll give it a shot. I'll give him some credit. And at this point, I'm like, I don't trust you a damn bit.
Well, I wanted to give it a shot because it's a fucking BioWare game.
Yeah, but have you seen BioWare recently?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. It's BioWare, so I should give them the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, I'm like,
They're getting choked out, man. They're getting choked out by EA, just like Visceral Games got choked out by EA.
That's how EA sustains itself. It drinks the lifeblood of its studio.
and then it lets the air out of the football.
To their credit, BioWare's really hung in there. Like they're like.
Well, that's because they were bought and they were successful.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Dead Space was super successful. Like it was niche, but it was super successful. And then EA was just like, no, we need more, and they drained them of everything, all the creativity. They just took it away.
Yeah, I shudder to think of who's next.
If it's not BioWare, it's going to be another one of those companies that EA's absorbed through the years.
Honestly, I'm surprised that BioWare's still hanging in there.
I feel like their time is coming. Like they're running on fumes at this point, and it's
Anthem
sad.
doesn't catch on,
Yeah,
who knows? So thoughts and prayers out to them.
a fate worse than death.
Press F to respect.
Press F to pay respects. We here at the Otaku Podcast are gonna press F and hope for the best. But before I let you guys go, let's wrap it up with a question. Who do you guys think? I know it's stupid, but who do you guys think won E3?
You're gonna ask the who won?
Yeah, who won? I'm not doing grades because that's fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, you're catching the admitted Nintendo fanboy after the Nintendo conference where they announced a lot of awesome things. So my gut reaction and tomorrow's reaction is going to be Nintendo. But if I have to not pick Nintendo, I would go with Bethesda.
Yep. Good answer. I was going to say Bethesda as well.
Bethesda. If I was going to pick, out of all the conferences shown, I'd probably go with. Oh, thank you.
He's trying to go against the grain.
Probably go with Microsoft, to be honest.
They didn't do a lot to disappoint.
They did. They had a good show this year. I liked everything they had to show, and I know right out the gate that every game that's coming out on a Microsoft console will that they showed at their conference will work on day one. Bethesda. Just because you're making jokes about how you ported Skyrim to everything and how you have bugs in your games doesn't alleviate you from the fact that you've ported Skyrim to everything and have bugs in your games.
Now the only thing left for me to figure out though is if there are any bugs in the Alexa version.
I'm sure there is somewhere.
We are gonna let's play the shit out of that. I promise.
So what's happening, Alexa? You've curled into a ball and your arm is behind your neck. But why?
I'll never forget Nobi Noodle. I had turned it on just because he was trying to talk to me, and I just threw it on just because. And she had said something. He just looks at me with this very sad, like, you just kicked my puppy look. He's like, but I already got the axe. He's got an Alexa in his room, so I think he was playing it separate from the one we've got in the living room. And he had just gotten to a point past the one out here. It was really funny. So I definitely want to do more with that in the future. And
just make sure you eat all the cheese.
Yes. All the cheese.
All the cheese.
I like how it tells you shouldn't need to know what your health is because you're the Dovahkiin or whatever. And I'm like, this is good. And then another thing before I let you guys go, the no-shows, the things that we weren't able to see, the things that didn't come up that we speculated were going to happen. Square Enix is actually developing an Avengers game, which people thought was going to show up. Final Fantasy VII Remake, RIP. Borderlands 3, Splinter Cell. Skate 4? The servers are back on for Skate 3, so people are like, Skate 4? And then today we found out that Capcom renewed the trademarks for Deep Down still. So that
Did
game
they?
is still out there somewhere. Don't know where it is.
That's
and
amazing.
Bayonetta 3.
That's amazing to me. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
The
and there was so many heavy rumors about Mortal Kombat, like 11.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then it
Surprised
showed up.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time for that one. Like they know how big XL was. So I have one more honorable mention. Double Fine is making a game called Knights and Bikes, and I'm like, kids.
I do like
art
most
games.
things Double Fine make.
I do too, but it looks like it's an artsy fartsy game, so I'm kind of concerned. But yeah, those are my last thoughts. Anything else from you guys? Anything else you want to put on the table before we shove off?
Capcom is absolutely crushing this E3. If they had their own press conference, I would have given the nod to them. They're doing everything I want them to do, and none of what I don't want them to do.
That's basically because apparently they look in their vault like, oh crap, we actually have IPs to use. Oh,
Shit,
better
guys.
actually use them.
We got
What's
games.
this blue thing here?
It's better than Sega, and they're just like, oh, we should make a new Sonic game, and then a new Yakuza game, and then a new Sonic game, and then a new. It's like, hey guys, there's more here. I promise.
I'm looking forward to whatever Capcom is pushing out next. They're killing it with Resident Evil. Devil May Cry looks great. Street Fighter is always going to be good. They just did the 30th anniversary release not that long ago.
Yep.
Mega Man.
Mega Man, can't go wrong with the Blue Bomber, and I'm hoping maybe a follow up to their weird RPG game from a couple years back, Dragon's Dogma. I'm hoping for another one.
The ending theme on that game was so hype.
And Ashura's Wrath.
Yes.
We need more of that.
We need more of that, just in general.
The most anime Capcom game out there.
So yeah, Capcom is crushing it right now.
Oh wait, hang on, Capcom. Okami HD is coming to Switch soon. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, there you go. You are correct. They are on fire. What about you, Kirk?
No, I've expended everything. I'm good.
Who do you want to see next in Smash, Kirk?
What do I see? Phoenix Wright.
Capcom. It all comes together.
Phoenix Wright would have been an amazing addition.
All right, so I think we've reached the end there, chums. So before we go, why don't you guys go ahead and plug your shit to the listener, Mr. Kisuke. This part of the podcast is yours. Go ahead, plug it. Where can they find you?
Oh Jesus, my turn up first, huh? All right. You can find me on most platforms. Specifically Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, and I guess also Mixer if you're into that.
Ooh, you're on Mixer?
Yeah, well, because it comes standard with the Xbox pretty much.
Cool.
If you stream from the Xbox, it goes straight to Mixer. But you can find me on all those at Leon Kisuke. That's LeonKiske. Real simple.
Mr. Goggle Candy, this part of the podcast is yours. Please plug it.
Hold on, I have to do this properly. In the New England area and decide to go to some conventions. I'm going to be hosting many things at conventions along the East Coast. First off, I shall be working at PortCon, Maine, which is coming up in about a week and a half from now. And I shall be hosting many cosplay games. And then 3 weeks from then, I shall be at Kineticon, where I shall be hosting and running things there. After that, I shall be taking a break, enjoying the sun, playing some Pokemon Go, and then I'll be doing PopCount, which will be in August. And I shall be showing as my wonderful Maximum Pegasus self. After which, I shall then start working on Anime Boston Chess again, which will take another 6 to 8 months because I am that obsessed with it. Aside from that, Goggle Candy on pretty much everything. And you can find me playing Overwatch a lot lately.
Excellent. No, seriously, guys, if you are at any of those conventions he just mentioned, you got to find this guy. Like, seriously, please do it. You'll thank me later.
If I'm hard to find at a convention.
You'll be able to tell he's in the room just by walking in. You're like, oh, wait, no, feeling it. He's here. And then you'll hear the iconic laugh.
Woo!
There it is.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
Gotta keep in character, man.
I will sometimes.
Best Pegasus I know.
Half an hour after I start.
If you enjoyed this podcast and would like to check out more of my content, get your fill over at twitter.com/Brosona3FES and follow the links to the platform of your choice. It's been fun, my friends. Looking forward to the next time we get together and talk some video game.
Always a pleasure.
Take care till next time.
See ya.
Bye.
So have a great day, folks.